Rabbit Pro, Dewan Boyd. All right, and we are here, man. It is episode 90.
Oh, 3.
93, I forgot. I really forgot. Yeah, we here. It's the motherfucking gang. It's the Lyrical Fix Podcast with your host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
And this week, we are in the famous The Stew in the city of Orange. And, you know, when I think about rhymes, they mean a lot to me. They think about destiny. I think about character. I think about fortune. But one thing they equal is actual life. That was the intro I was thinking of the whole way here.
Okay,
So we're here with rhymes equal actual life, a.k.a. real music.
Yes.
Guys, if you could introduce yourselves, please.
All right, I go by the name of Proetic, 1/4 of real music from East Orange, New Jersey. What's up, people? What's happening?
What's going on, y'all? What's up, Lyrical Fix? Go by the name of Olive, 1/4 of the real music team right here.
Kid Allik right here. Soon to be changing that up, but
Oh, the name's gonna be changing up too?
We figured that out. Yeah, we talk about that.
Okay, we'll get into that.
Moses the Raven, 1/4 of real music coming out of that ill time. You already know what's going on. Yeah.
He
what's
keeping
up, real
it
music.
humble, but he the producer extraordinaire.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I be
He
making.
do all-
beats.
he do a lot.
You do a lot. I've
do
seen
a lot.
that.
I do a few things.
lot.
That's why I'm the dynamic mercenary. You know what I'm saying?
The dynamic mercenary.
Hold up,
That's right.
where'd you get that name, sir?
Okay, I entered my name into a Wu-Tang name generator.
Hey!
After I found out where Childish Gambino got his name,
Right, I was about to say, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's hilarious. Let me go see what mine is. And I'm like, oh, that's hard. Dynamic mercenary, that's cool as hell. Yeah.
I think I
So
got
that's
something.
I've been sticking with that for my Instagram
Sound
tag.
like Papa Wu's nephew. Like,
Mine was like liquid linguist or some shit
Word?
like that.
Yo, that what mine was
Yeah.
too.
Nah, that
Yeah.
fits though.
That does fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
word. I forgot what mine was. I gotta try that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
That
best
was
thing they ever could have. No, they've done a lot of dope shit, but that was dope too.
That was good for us. That was good for the
Yeah.
for
For
the
the time.
That's a way to give back.
Yeah.
Yeah, word. That's how to get back to the fan.
And off air, we was talking about our old rap names. I had no idea y'all had so many fucking rap names growing up.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's common with rappers. We try to find our name till we stick to it, and it's our identity.
Right.
But y'all had some crazy ones. I did not know about you, Moses, with Casper the Friendly Rapper.
Casper the
Yeah.
Friendly Rapper,
That was crazy.
That was gonna be it. I was gonna be like 50 years old, Casper the Friendly Rabbit. But I just after a while I was like, nah, I think I want niggas to call me by my government name. I don't know why. Like I felt like Will Smith or something like, because like when he was joined the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he got a chance to choose his own name.
Okay.
Yeah, so he chose Will Smith.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So I was like, all right, let me go with Moses something.
And you
know
were
what I'm
seeing
saying?
that more in the 2000s, like rappers started using their government names.
Oh,
You
wow.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you would see what Kendrick Lamar's, you'd see
Yeah.
who else? I think that's the most
Technically
famous
J.
one,
Cole.
really.
J. Cole.
Technically
yeah.
J. Cole.
J. Cole. You know, he
But
just
they-
abbreviated it.
Yeah. And I guess it found more respect in the rap lane. I really don't see it. I think whatever name you use is fine.
Wait, real quick. So I read a review by Nat of Girl. Did you get... So Moses the Raven, you got that from Animal Farm, right?
Yes, I did.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd, so that's fire.
Yeah.
So was he?
I was
That's
in
fire.
I was in school and I was just reading this book or whatever, and I'm it was kind of crazy, but I seen my own name in the book. I'm like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying, Moses, and I started to see the character that this guy was. I'm like, oh, now this I kind of vibe with this right here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he seems like
And
it's
I
a
started-
small role, but he actually does a lot.
Yeah, he does a lot, and you know, the thing he represents is really bigger than what it seems. And that's why I really mess with that character from that book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of like the all-seeing type of thing with the Raven, like that or what?
Yes.
Okay, because that reminds me of like.
you know what's crazy? I'm about to. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was like Game of Thrones. The Ravens too have that
Yes.
same thing. Oh, you was gonna say
And
that?
like Norse mythology and
Yes.
shit like that.
The Ravens are a
Because-
big deal.
Yes, and things like that. Funny enough, after that, like I seen the name or whatever, I thought it was just a quick little fun thing that was just gonna be in my life. Like, oh, there's a character named Moses in this book. But you know, after what you call it, after doing my research on what a raven is, you know what I'm saying, I started to fall in love with these animals.
Right.
Like, damn, you know what I'm saying. And after so long, I'm like, you know what? Moses the Raven, bro.
And then you performed at the Raven Room.
And I performed at the Raven
Oh,
Room.
Yeah. In Morristown. You was there too.
You was there?
At the Raven, what's the Raven
It
Room?
was,
Raven Room.
we
Parsippany?
was
my
all
bad,
there. Johnny
Morristown.
was there. Ish was there. Nova was there.
Wait,
You was headline. You headline.
Wait. Oh, that was called the Raven
It
Room?
was called the Raven Room in Morristown.
How do you not know?
No.
That was
Because I
called
thought it was
the
another
Raven
spot. Because that place has been called a bunch of different things in Morristown. That's why. Because I was telling you, Morristown is very, very hard to get a hip hop related event.
They was playing like bluegrass downstairs
Wow. It-
at
yeah,
the
fact.
exact same
That's a
time.
fact.
Yeah.
I came in thinking,
Yeah.
me and this bar, it's Matt Open. This is where they're gonna have the hip hop. I was surprised because I knew how Morristown treats hip hop. Then they said, "Oh, the hip hop show's upstairs." So I
Like,
was
you here for the hip hop show?
Here for the hip hop show upstairs, buddy.
Oh, Mosey, a little black
Yeah.
ass upstairs.
Yeah, it was
I'm looking-
incredible.
I'm looking at the bar. I'm like, this don't look like nobody I know here. It's all white people. I hate to say it. And then the bartender's like, "You here for the hip hop show, honey?"
Exactly. Wow.
Upstairs.
Noise. Oh, yeah,
And then hip hop. Like
Trying to keep it down up there.
Yeah,
really.
Right. How you gonna tell me keep it down? I'm going upstairs.
They wanted to do the do-si do in peace.
Yeah.
It was like, yo.
banjo on the first floor and shit.
Because they got a line dancing
that's
tournament
a shot.
downstairs.
Right.
Fuck out of here, man. So fucking do Cotton Eye Joe marathon. Fuck these niggas, man. No, man. No, that was a fun
There was a
night.
couple Cotton Eye Joes there.
Bro, Morristown is full of Cotton Eye Joes along with other shit.
Yeah, you bodied that show, by the way.
I remember you called out. I don't know if you remember. You called out half the
I
people
did.
in attendance.
I did. That's just a thing that I do.
Always.
You know what it is? It's just like I've always been of the school of thought that if someone has the mic, you give them respect.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Especially if they're performing on a show. If you give them a chance, you give them 2 minutes and they suck, okay, boo, whatever you want. But I was just getting started to rap. And niggas knew my pedigree in there. So anyone that didn't, that was acting funny style, I just let them know.
Facts.
That's what all it
Shout
is,
out
man.
to this part of the room.
Yes, yeah, I do that.
y'all talking.
I do that shit. Shout out to, I'll call out the cool kids in the back.
The one show that we were at where you shouted out the guy that was trying to kick his at girl. Like you're not going home with her.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I was at,
That's funny.
we was at the, what was the name of the place? One Mic Day? Yeah, One Mic Day.
Oh, one mic day.
Yeah, one
I still
mic
ain't go out
at
there
the bar in Cliffside,
Cliffside,
whatever
Cliffside.
bar. And there was a dude, like they came there dressed in their Sunday best, and it was Saturday night, and they was just trying to pull girls and everything like that. And I noticed it, and I was like, all right, you niggas ain't paying attention. So I did my Never Stop,
Yeah.
and I'm just rapping. And as I'm done, I'm looking at the guy. I'm like, yo, my man, just quit it already. You're not gonna get some. You gonna go home and jack off. Like, let it go. And everybody was like, oh shit. And I just went on to the next song.
Yeah.
'Cause I just don't give a fuck, man. Like, this is my time. I paid for this shit. I'm up here. This is my 5-10 minutes, and you're gonna hear me rap.
Respect the mic.
right.
Respect the mic. That's
Gotta
all it is.
respect the mic.
That's what you're here for.
And that's years of confidence, man. Like, if I didn't feel confident, if I didn't feel like I put on a good enough stage show, I'm not gonna say that shit.
Facts.
You know, and like people can call that cockiness all they want, but you hear me rap. If you give me your whole attention, you see. All right, now you can see why.
Nah,
I deserve your
it's
attention.
different.
Yo,
bro,
bro.
we got years in this.
We got years.
So our mentality is just different when it comes to that stage.
We practice.
Yeah, it's different now. It's not even like that whole
Yes.
cocky thing. I'm like, nah, bro. When I speak, it's from experience now. Like y'all gotta take a listen to what we saying.
Beyonce practices.
That's the
Yeah.
shit I always said to people, and they like 2 words: Beyonce practices. So I say that to any young rapper, anybody that feels like they too good to practice. They're just
Right.
gonna show up and do they set.
I heard
for sure.
I heard Denzel still takes acting classes
Yeah.
here and there. That's what Drake
Why,
said.
why not?
Yeah, I heard he still like be sharpening it up.
You sharpening the
The
sword.
most powerful man in
sword.
Hollywood.
Yeah, already.
Sharpen the
Like-
sword.
Sharpen the sword.
Yeah, that's different.
There's no like
end
Serena Williams still
There's
practicing.
no
That's
end.
what I learned.
There's no end to bettering yourself.
You're gonna forever be a student in anything that you
Forever
If you wanna be
student.
great at
Those
it,
are the
if you
illest
wanna-
ones who realize that you're gonna be a student till you die.
Yeah.
You're gonna always keep getting better.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? Like think about Hove right now. Like you know what I'm saying, everything he's doing, he's just keep elevating. You know what I'm saying?
No,
He's
man,
like
you
puts out a
gotta-
project album.
Hove's in a nice pocket. I feel like he doesn't have to do too much to change to like with the new style of rapping that's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Drake is kind of doing that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Hove
yeah.
can just be Hove. Yeah.
Drake is low key a genius. Like every new rapper that come out, he just hop on it, remix it. And he just know. And Drake's already hot off his own momentum. Then he
Yes.
takes all of their momentum,
Yeah.
and then like he gets like to the next. He gets to the stratosphere. Like he he really figured it out. Like he did it with Fetty Wap, with My Way, with the Tuesday, with the Conan track,
Black
and
Boy
then
JB.
Black Boy JB, Lil Baby.
Migos.
Yeah, Migos.
I think
like,
Lil
come
Baby's
on,
the only. Oh yeah, Migos as well.
Yeah.
To survive the Drake stimulus package.
Yeah, the Drake
It's
stimulus.
not a high survival rate for the Drake
not.
stimulus package.
It's not.
really not.
From Black
No,
Boy.
you know,
Baby
you gotta really be good. Oh,
Bro.
Even in the camp, yeah.
Facts.
I
That's
would
true.
not want to be signed over.
That's just, Party Next Door. I mean, hold on.
I forgot all about Party Next Door.
Like Party Next Door, it's such a sad story because Party Next Door fucking makes such hot music, like producing and writing these songs. But when it comes to his own shit as of late, it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
What
He
happened?
giving
And that's
them all
it.
the good shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I blame it on Drake and
him and
Rihanna.
Rihanna
I'm blaming it
too.
on both of them.
But yeah.
Oh, Rihanna too. Yeah.
I really want him to do an album with Rihanna, like not on some like he wrote the shit for her and then she just goes steals out. Yeah, but like a collaboration.
No, the collab album
that
between
would
those
be-
two.
that would be
I mean, he's
incredible.
already. I think they said he's been in the studio for months or like a year or some shit for her next joint.
Really?
Well, Drake,
Yeah.
word?
Yo.
No, not Drake. No.
Party.
Yeah,
Yo,
Party.
Rihanna's next album is gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be bananas.
I heard so many different things. I think the last thing I
Nice.
heard is like dancehall type shit.
real?
Maybe.
That's clean.
Think.
That's her lane.
Think.
Caribbean roots.
That's
Yeah.
clean. That's her lane.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be fucking fire.
That's her
I love
lane.
that.
Whenever
I
she
love that.
drops, and whenever Kendrick drops, whenever. Who else
Yo,
took
I got
a
psyched.
minute?
I got psyched. Did you see Kendrick was like shooting a video at some point?
Yeah, I saw
I did
that.
see that, but even now that was like a year or two.
That was like a
year.
long
Oh
time
no,
ago.
that was it was in LA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
during the
we-
pandemic though, right?
Yeah, it was during.
It was.
Yeah.
It was during. It was not that
Yeah,
many
he was
people
outside.
out.
He was like suspended from like some shit in the middle of the ocean or some shit like that. Did you see that?
No, I didn't
was
see
some-
that.
I
I
saw-
saw them like
No,
in
he
the
was
street.
like
Yeah, I
he
saw him in the
like-
street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
You
him.
saw him in the street?
I saw him in the street
I saw
somewhere.
him on a beach
Mm-hmm.
in midair.
Mid-air,
Oh.
like
With
the
some
like
water
the
underneath
all
him.
right video. Like,
Yeah, like but
That's
like
hot.
it was on the beach though. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Damn,
lit.
that's
Yeah.
fucking fire.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck he was.
You don't never know. He could drop
Yeah.
that tomorrow. Like that's how.
But you know what's crazy? Guys
yeah.
like
Yeah.
guys like Cole and Kendrick. Those are two dudes that clearly, when it came to the new generation, as soon as the 2010s hit, well, I say them two and Drake, they were like they're clearly leaders of this decade. But those two in particular, it's like the minute their star rose, they withdrew from the public eye a little bit. It's like I feel like it was from when Cole did Forest Hills Drive. That's when he was like, okay, we're here now. And when Kendrick did, was it the Pimp a Butterfly probably, or was it or was it Damn?
Damn album.
After Damn, he kind of disappeared.
It was like, it's like, yeah, I might be there, I might not be, but just know when I say boo,
Damn was a
y'all
surprise.
gonna listen.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
It
Damn
was.
a surprise.
Yeah.
I remember.
was.
Yeah. Damn was. Yeah, I remember not being ready for that.
No.
Yeah, he didn't get
That was
much,
crazy.
much notice.
And
Yeah,
guys,
it
I
wasn't.
keep saying, I say this maybe once a week. My man won a Pulitzer Prize.
Yes, he did.
This is
Pulitzer, bro.
for journalists.
Facts.
Like, these are the people who win a Pulitzer Prize. My man won a Pulitzer Prize. I almost quit rap, bro. I thought about it. I'm like, oh well, he
Yeah.
did it, man.
That's enough to make you quit.
Yo,
You know?
Illmatic recently made the Library of Congress for being historically,
Are you
culturally
serious?
significant.
Yeah,
Illmatic did?
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I think.
Wow.
I'll be
Facts.
honest. I feel like
The
he
Library of
should've
Congress.
Should've been got that
Should
right.
have been caught that. Like,
They
Illmatic,
just did it.
It's been
You know,
like,
man,
it's been
27
about-
years.
I feel like he should have caught that a minute ago. Like,
Wow.
I don't know.
So since we're talking about Illmatic, right?
Mm.
How you guys feel? So I don't know if you guys have heard this. He actually resents that album.
Who, Nas?
Yeah.
Why?
You feel because it being his first and everybody praising him and constantly talking about Illmatic,
Oh.
he kind of resents the album
Mm.
because he has so much. How do you guys like? Would
mean,
you
well,
do you guys understand
It's
it?
kinda
Like, how do you guys feel
if
about
you
that?
Think about it. It's kind of like the like I remember. I remember hearing Q-Tip talk about this, like the whole like sophomore jinx thing. Like, yo, when you come out so good early, and then like, yo, now you're gonna constantly keep trying to match that.
It's like that.
Everything gets compared to
Yeah.
Illmatic. You know
It's
what
like
I'm
the
saying?
star shit where it's like if you burn hot easily, if you like you burst on the scene. So I forgot what exactly it's called, but I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
Fetty Wap had that.
Yeah.
No, he did.
Yeah.
And you come out you come out on top, and then you keep, and then he's gonna. Illmatic is pretty much.
honestly.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
Like,
it's-
that was so
Can't help but fall.
Yeah, exactly. But you
but
know,
no, for real. Like they're like obviously there's much more better music from Nas. Than
Yeah, he's come up with a and it's kind of not fair to
gotten
him
better
because he's
and-
done some. Because It Was Written was an amazing album
And
too.
that's the big
So,
argument
like,
too. People say It Was Written is better than
Classic.
Nomadic.
It was
like,
Yeah.
classic.
But you know what's crazy? Like me being like I'm a diehard Nas fan. That's my favorite rapper of all time. I bought all his albums.
I like Nas.
Tell
Tell
us
us
something.
He's a Nas fan too.
Tell us what Nas means to you.
He's Nas fan crazy.
Yeah,
Nah, that's my man. Like I just as an MC, he's like that's my favorite. But I listen to all his albums. I know the lackluster ones and the great ones, but I feel like since Illmatic, he's had great albums. I thought It Was Written was a great album. I thought Gospel. I thought Stillmatic was incredible to me.
Yeah,
I
I like
thought
Hip Hop
Stillmatic
Is
was
Dead.
dope. I loved Hip Hop Is Dead. I
Hip Hop
loved
Is Dead.
God's
Hip Hop Is Dead is classic.
Like but I even like I like the Nigga album. I like Distant
Nigga
Relatives.
album was crazy.
Nigga
I
album
like
crazy.
those too.
Y'all fuck with Life Is Good?
Yeah,
Life is good. Life is good.
had
Is
joints.
crazy.
Bro, he had the song Daughters. Like what?
Yeah, Daughters was
Daughters.
crazy.
Like come on, man. Like
I was so happy to hear King's Disease, bro.
King's
And
Disease.
Yeah.
but Nas' feature game also got real strong when like the 2010s hit. I mean, it was always strong.
Yeah.
He was on classics, but like he started hopping on the joints with the new guys too. He was
Yo, do you remember? Oh my bad, I'm sorry.
Why that was, right?
No, no, you're not. You didn't cut me off. No, I just said I always wondered why that was because I peeped that shit too. Like,
Yeah, you
why-
peeped it,
wait,
right?
There's a whole transition here. Like,
Yo,
what happened?
Did you peep when he hopped on that Khaled album and Nas album done shit?
Come on, my guy.
I didn't
Yes.
even. I didn't even know I was ready for Nas. I didn't
Yeah.
even know I was ready for Nas till I heard
Bro,
that
he
shit.
danced
The
all
sample
over
was
that
crazy.
No,
song.
that shit had me on my
Sample was
toes.
crazy. He was
On my
Nas. Nas
fucking
was
toes.
Nasing.
That was a very.
He was
Nas
Nasing
was
hard.
Nasing.
He was Nasing hard as
Nas
fuck.
was Nazin.
I'm just
That shit
saying,
was
like,
crazy.
I feel him on that, but I just feel like, yo, if you're truly a fan, you've known the great work he's done after that, and you don't have to compare to what you like. If they think whoever's just hearing us now, they could think that your magnum opus is Kick Snare or
Right.
Kid Nova, or mine is Beautiful Dystopia, or his is, Girl, or an album before that. It's like, bro, listen, I'm still going.
Yeah, and it's
I'm
tough to
still
get
going.
past
It's
that.
still gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's more the casual music fan that was saying like, "Yo, have you heard Illmatic though?"
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's those type of
Yeah,
fans.
and
But-
that's what gets them to that point. Like, "Yo, fuck Illmatic." Like, and you shouldn't say that. Obviously.
I'm not
I understand what you're saying, but like at the
Bro,
same
my
time,
man was 18, 19 when he wrote that album. Like,
That's
he's
the
a-
crazy part. I think that's what it is too. People hear that factoid and like, damn, he was that young and made that.
That's
shit.
why that's why I don't want to hear it.
That's why.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. A little bit of that.
I guess so.
Immature, like that was his immature him, and
Yeah, because you see, like kids 18 nowadays could never recreate that shit.
That's why I hate when people are like, oh, he's young.
18-year-old life was 18-year-old life was completely different back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially in the Queensbridge Project.
Very true. Yeah.
Like Nas told the story of the young black man in the. I think that's really what in like him and in Reasonable Doubt. They said Reasonable Doubt was like the hustler's anthem. That was
Yes.
like if you was a hustler, that was your album.
Yeah, because it told about the highs and the lows.
The highs and the lows.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's what's great. And then, like you said, which is kind of what I equate Illmatic and Good Kid, Mad City. Person
Yeah.
who didn't live that life, but saw it outside the window.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
exactly.
important too. That's a very important part of hip hop.
They're great
How old was
storytellers.
Prodigy when he released Shook Ones?
He was like 20,
he had-
like 19, 20. Because he said in the song, I'm only 19, but my
Mine
mom.
is old.
Right.
Good
call,
Yeah,
good call.
Yeah.
Young
Well,
dudes,
at
man.
least 19 when it was written.
When it was written, when he wrote it, it was 19. But like,
Young babies, man.
yeah, they
Yeah.
dropped the album before
The
that.
album
called
before that, that's
Juvenile Hell. And they were like
yeah.
kids. Like, they was like probably like
I
16
had it
or
on
17.
cassette.
You
Juvenile.
had, you a real.
The fact that
Can
you
I
even
get
got it on
that?
cassette is real shit.
That's I don't know anybody that owned that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't even know people knew about it.
I don't have it anymore.
But no, the fact that you had it, I didn't know people knew about that.
I didn't even
Like,
know it existed.
I found out about that a couple years ago. I see them
Motherfucking
bald
cassette.
heads walking around with machetes like in the field, like on some. Yeah, it was crazy. Like,
That's a different time.
yeah, I know. Yeah,
Cats was
different
bald,
time.
man.
But like now the young,
Or by
like,
choice.
that's why I just don't. The whole like, oh man, he's 23. I'm like, bro, nah, that nigga, come on, 23.
Yeah,
Like,
23.
bro, how was you rapping at
up there.
23, bro?
Yo, man, no, I was damn near
Bro,
ashamed of what I was
I
doing
was
at
slapping
23.
niggas at 22. Like 23, I was slapping niggas around for breakfast, for lunch, dinner, just slapping niggas every day, just slapping. Yo, all of us slapping him. That nigga, where we at? He was slapping niggas too.
At
Like,
20 at
so I
23?
don't want to hear the whole age thing. Like it's like, bro, like I don't
Yeah.
want to. Don't just. If you say that's your lane, that's just your lane. But
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I'm young. Like you're actually a grown man, by the way. Like,
Very true.
you're a
Yeah.
grown man.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
Shit changed, man. Shit.
If that's just not your style, then that's just not your style, and that's cool. Like that's cool. Like the whole like, hey man, I'm just young.
That's funny as hell. These niggas really are grown out here.
Yeah, like they be like, yeah,
25 and shit
like come on man, he's just a kid.
But that's what.
No, go ahead, say it.
That's what gets me with songs like the new joint, your man's. I'm sitting here looking at Waukesha.
Oh, you talking about, bro?
What's
They
that
like
like?
I don't know why his name
They
is slipping my
remixed,
mind right now.
I
I'm
think it's Yo
disrespecting
Gotti.
the fuck out of
Yo
my
Gotti?
man.
Yeah.
That's my son, yeah.
Oh, Moneybag Yo.
Not Yo Gotti.
Moneybag.
Oh, Moneybag Yo.
Oh, they redid the Biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh,
biggest.
yeah.
I like.
Oh, one more chance.
He flipped that shit.
Yeah,
You know
Moneybag
that
Yo.
song.
He.
You know that song. It's everywhere.
Oh, it's
that shit
on
is-
TikTok. It's a whole thing now.
Oh, is it really?
I'm
Because
sitting
he's
here
got one
looking
line.
at Keisha.
He says "wet like water."
No, when he spills up the when he spills up the drink,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
He spills
some
up the
whatever he
drink for
did.
like
I said,
2
yeah.
bars. It's
Yeah.
like it's 2 bars of him spilling the drink.
Sweet like fruit, wet like water. Can I rub on you?
Yeah.
And my whole thing is like, is this?
I like
don't-
that song. He
is
does.
this-
He dislikes
what-
this song.
I like the entertainment value. Let's just say
Okay.
that. I like
Okay,
it
yeah,
the
no, for sure.
entertainment
I fuck
value,
with that,
but
yeah.
I was like, yo, this is a grown man.
Yeah,
You know,
and you're right. You're right.
for real, like,
Right.
It's a grown ass man. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Moneybag Yo.
you know, like older than us.
And I remember
Moneybag Yo's older than us.
I don't know.
I mean,
if it
no,
is,
no.
But my point, but yeah.
Moneybag Yo.
probably not older than me. I don't know.
How old are these?
Continue.
No. It's crazy. I'm 34.
34.
I'm 34.
These guys are like.
All I'm saying is they be in their 30s, being regular.
Yeah, I'm young OG status at this point.
Now Moneybag Yo is
He's 29 years old,
20
September
oh.
1991.
Alright, so he's not
He
far.
look
Not
old
far
as
off.
fuck though. I ain't gonna say
like
that.
71, so he's like your age.
Yeah.
Well,
A little bit older than you.
There's no way
Moneybag
in
Yo?
hell. He's 29.
29.
I mean, a little bit younger than you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
He got an old face. He got an old
He
face.
do.
He might just got an old
It's
face.
it's the
Still got an
lean.
old face, bro.
It's the lean, bro.
Nah, niggas got an old
It's
face.
the-
The lean, yeah.
It's the lean, bro. It'll kick your butt, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That lean will get to shaving some life off you.
I had no idea.
Some like
Weezy, you know, Weezy hopped in the video to do his sample because he sampled Weezy when he was like talking about what's in his cup and
That's
whatever.
hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was talking about the lean or whatever. But yeah, Weezy hopped in. And Weezy's such a fucking professional, bro. I fucking love this nigga.
Yeah.
He was mouthing the words to the interview perfectly. Like, it's almost like he was saying it right there. I had to like double take it. I love that man, bro. That's my
See,
man.
Wayne is dope like
Yeah,
that.
Weezy's different, yo. Different
shout out
animal,
to
bro. I love that
shout out to
nigga,
the
bro.
Y'all,
He's different.
do y'all
He's
feel
real
like
different.
Wayne's best work is behind him?
Hell no.
No.
Well,
Well, yeah, I kind of do.
I think he's got another classic within him.
Album?
I think he's got another classic album inside of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see.
We'll see. I mean, for me, my favorite project from Wayne is Carter 2 to this day still.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I agree.
Carter 2 was
It's between the Carter 2 and the Carter 1 for me.
Yeah.
For me, it's between the Carter 2 and the Carter 1.
one was that.
One was crazy. That was my
That
introduction.
was my girl.
Wait, I thought yours wasn't 3. You played
love
3.
I love 3.
I kind of like 3 and 4.
Yo, the
But
way this nigga
1 and
played-
2
But
were
one
fucking
what
fire.
changed my life. Like, I can't
Oh, yeah,
explain
yeah.
that shit. Like, it changed the way I
What
thought.
was that song?
Like,
Ain't that? Yeah, that's what.
ain't that a bitch?
Yeah,
Come
that
on,
was
bro.
right.
Like,
That's
just,
something, but that's
he had
to
like
me,
little
Yo,
secret
but like
cuts
no
in
funny
there.
shit. Like
you know,
it's been discussed, but like no ceilings. I think. is-
No ceilings.
Hey, yo.
The Gangsta Grills.
man.
Yo,
Son,
dedication.
Fiji
Dedication
water,
two.
granddaddy
Dedication
perk.
two
Yo,
and
I
three.
still feel the same way when I hear this
Dedication
shit.
was fire too.
Dedication 3.
Dedication
Oh
3.
my
Dedication 2 and
god.
3.
Yeah, on fire.
The
my
Cannon
God.
freestyle is like my favorite freestyle.
God.
Classic.
Too short.
DJ
Of a
Don
omelet.
Cannon.
2 eggs short of the omelet.
Extra of a omelet. Simon says, hit a nigga in his thigh and leg and make him catch up
Like
like
mayonnaise.
Like,
He said
yeah. Yo, niggas really started saying he was the great. Like once he started putting that out there, because like, yo, I think he might be the greatest.
Motherfuckers wasn't rapping like
was
that.
the most
Y'all
versatile.
gotta remember.
He was.
We all gotta remember that. Motherfuckers was not rapping like that when that came out. So that was just like mind blowing to hear someone doing that. Like
To play
just
with it like, oh, he's
pushing the
playing.
words. Like
He's
you like
fucking moving it around.
yeah, you're not trying to fit so many words into a bar. Like you're stretching it out.
Yo, I think Wayne was the first mumble rapper, and the only reason I say that is because if you hear the song he did with T-Pain, the "Oh I can't believe it,"
Oh yeah.
like his verse
Yeah.
on that
Oh,
song, like,
yeah,
bro, that was the start of mumble rap. I feel.
Oh god.
With
I
auto-tune on
didn't
top
know
of
what
it.
that nigga said. I had to run it
So
back.
he was the one that started it.
Had to.
So Wayne killed the game.
Making.
Hey, no, Wayne was being
love on
Wayne.
the beat.
Them
He was
niggas
being
killed the game.
himself.
No, he was being
It's
himself.
for them
You're right.
copying.
Yeah.
and thinking that's the style. Like it was just one facet.
that was
of
just one
him.
part
Like,
of
today,
Wayne.
Ways.
Damn, so can we pinpoint that moment as the start
I
of mumble
think,
rap?
I said that. I said,
I don't know. I think
Wayne-
it takes more than
I
that.
think it's way, like, cause everybody said a lot of these guys are cut from Future's cloth. I believe.
But
I feel like
Future's
Future
cut
is-
from Wayne.
Oh,
You cut from Wayne's
It's
though.
definitely
Yeah.
cut from Wayne.
Yeah,
That is cookie cutter
Yeah, for
type
sure.
of Wayne. No,
Wayne
that's
is,
Wayne.
Wayne is the like the forefather of all of these young niggas.
Yeah.
Like he's like, come
Singing
on.
the auto-tune,
I feel like
all of that
this new
comes from Wayne.
generation this new generation that we're in, all Wayne. I would definitely say.
He was the one
or
that
mostly,
we felt.
mostly.
Like out of all the people y'all could have laid out, it was like, all right, we like him, yo. He's
Yeah.
Wayne was the one that could
He's
really
like-
rap.
we
and
relate
stand
to
with the
him,
legends.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
'cause he
Wayne-
also
Wayne-
like he
yeah.
expanded decades. So like
Exactly.
he wasn't just in his own era. Like he
Exactly.
he like I mean, yeah, you could say the same thing about Hove and Nas,
Yo,
but they're
bro.
still kind of like up there.
Yeah.
They're like untouchable. Wayne, like fucking what the babies tweeted something about how can I get a Wayne Hove verse or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that's something
Yeah,
that's
still-
unattainable but
Yeah.
attainable at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Wayne is like your boy.
Yo, and
Yeah,
like,
that's
yo,
for sure.
you heard Wayne's track on the Wayne's verse on that Griselda track?
Oh my God.
Oh, on Benny's joint.
Honestly,
Yes.
one of the greatest 16s I've
Oh, no,
ever
no,
heard
no,
in
no,
my
no.
life.
Wait, which one? Which one?
God,
So
he
it's
fucking
famous?
On
Was it
Benny
called
the
Famous?
it's called, it's on Benny the Butcher's.
No,
What's
it's
the
not-
king
it's
to
not-
a
it's
god,
not-
nigga? I'ma live forever.
Yes.
It's not
Oh,
called.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
called Famous.
that's on
It's
Plugs I
the
Met
name of
Too.
it.
I do this for
Plus, I
some
met two.
reason.
Part
Yeah,
two,
Plugs I Met Too.
yeah.
I was wondering what that
Why
was.
do I-
Okay.
The name of the song is
Yeah, I
Benny,
forgot
Big
that shit.
Sean, and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And Lil
Yeah.
Wayne, like that was one of the
Yo, first of all,
greatest
for
verses I've
each
ever
of
heard.
those niggas,
Timeless.
Timeless.
Yo,
Timeless.
for each one of those niggas, that was the perfect beat
It was.
for
You caught
them.
that.
It was.
That's
Yeah, bro,
crazy.
that was-
That was like cookie cutter.
That was so hip-hop, that beat.
Oh my God.
Oh man,
The way
Well,
they
like-
did that shit was just like
Oh,
It was effortless.
what?
I said I never heard, like, Wayne's been an amazing rapper, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he went to another peak on that verse. I'm like, the hell?
Yeah,
This nigga's
yeah.
going crazy.
That's why Wayne is.
And that's
kinda
why I
out
think
the-
he's got a whole nother classic
Yeah,
album
yeah,
inside of
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Imagine
yeah.
if Boy Wonder and like fucking a couple other niggas
Hey,
got together.
what did y'all think?
You know
of
what I'm saying?
What
Yeah,
did-
I think he's
what
got
did y'all
another
think of the
one.
Carter? I like the Carter 5 actually.
I like it too.
I
I like
thought
the
it was
Carter- I
alright.
like every
I
one
thought
of
it
his.
was
I like
alright.
the Carter Five.
actually
They
wait,
were
hold on.
albums.
Wait, I gotta look it up.
I like the 5, she said. No, you know what? Did you hear him on Tyler's album?
Yes.
I haven't
Yes.
actually. I haven't
Hot
heard that
Wind
yet.
Blows? Boy,
Yo.
he killed
The
that
Oh,
shit.
thing is,
that's new-
him
that's
and
the brand new
Tyler is
record.
an underrated.
They 3 for 3.
Yes,
3 for 3.
underrated couple, bro. Underrated
Smuckers,
couple.
Dropping Seeds.
That was
That was on the Cherry Bomb album.
on the Cherry Bomb album. That was Kanye West,
Yeah.
Tyler the Creator, and Lil Wayne on the same track.
On that same song.
That song was
Cherry
crazy.
Bomb, that was like
That song was
2015?
crazy.
Yeah, it was a while
And it
ago.
was and Kanye dropped some hot shit on that shit too. Like Kanye's verse was like legendary. You know Kanye's like Jordan's, bro. When you see that nigga, it's like timeless. You almost in a fucking yeah, bro.
He gonna make some shit happen.
Yeah, exactly,
Then on
bro.
the Flower Boy album, he did Dropping Seeds, where it was just him rapping. He just did a verse.
Yeah.
That was
And
crazy.
then like
as hell.
Tyler came at the end and sort of like
Yeah.
epilogued it. Like that was hard.
Yeah, no, him and
Him
Wayne,
and Wayne
together.
is like an underrated ass.
That'd be a dope like little collab album.
Yeah.
The two of them. I can see that shit.
Tyler, he was pretty amazing on Freddie Gibbs album. I heard
Wow.
him on,
Oh yes,
he was-
he was.
I didn't hear him on Freddie Gibbs'
what you
album.
call it?
He was
Something
on
to
that,
rap
yeah.
about?
Yeah.
And on the Benny shit too.
Yeah.
Was it
Tyler
Benny or
just
West
went
Side?
off of that. I'm like, bro,
Oh, he's on West Side's
Side.
album.
West Side.
West Side's
Okay.
album, yeah.
I didn't bump West Side's album.
I think it's called.
But you know what's crazy? Like
Yeah.
him and Freddie.
Boom,
Is,
boom, boom.
yeah, him
All
and
we
Freddie
do
is
is
crazy.
sell coke. He wildin'.
Was that shit with Joey Badass?
Yes, Joey Bass is on that album.
What?
357, I think his name is
Hey, yo,
track.
West Side
real
got
random.
album?
Speaking of Joey Badass, yo, his album. That album. Did y'all hear the Joey Badass album, the American Badass album in
Yes.
2017?
Yeah.
Yo, it's
great.
By far, I think that's the best thing he ever did.
Yo.
That's great.
What's
Best
that
thing he
track?
ever
Is it a
did.
track he had?
That was
Oh
only his
man.
that was only his second album.
Yeah, it was. It was only his second
Yeah,
album.
and we're still waiting for his third.
Oh yeah, he ain't
And
dropped
it's
the third
no,
yet. He
Yeah,
did.
he dropped it.
Oh, Before the Money was his
That-
first album.
That was his first album.
No,
Well, first debut album. He had mixtapes before.
Well, the
Okay.
1999.
He had the
1999. Yeah, he had
and
all
then,
that.
And then American, and then after that, nothing.
Well, he dropped a 3-pack earlier this year.
He did.
He dropped a 3-pack. Yeah.
Yo, I look at Joey
did.
completely different
I did
after
see
the American
something.
Badass album. I was like, oh, this is one of my favorite.
Yo, and then crazy, like he had tracks up there. He was really writing, like writing some shit that is crazy. You know what I think he been doing? I think he took time off too, right?
Oh, and
I
act.
think he's been like ghostwriting, bro.
And act like he was his
Oh, he
the
was
movie
acting?
the film he was in ended up with a Oscar nomination.
oh
or
yeah,
something.
that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, where he was
Joey Badass
with
has an Oscar right now.
No, Oscar nomination.
I seen him.
All right, I'm about to
I
say
seen him post something with an Oscar
Yeah.
in his post a
It-
picture with an Oscar in his hand. Or something.
Oh, then I guess they won for something.
I guess they
don't-
won. Yeah, I seen him with an Oscar in his hand.
But it was he was playing he was playing like a black teen, and there was a cop that ended up shooting him. And I think the
Okay.
movie ends with him lying in a pool of blood, and the blood forms the country of Africa.
Oh,
That was supposed to be some symbolism behind that. I don't know the rest of the
that's
movie,
crazy.
but it was a really powerful movie. Ended up getting a lot of attention.
Oh, all right.
So yeah,
Bring it back real quick. Tyler was on Pray for Paris.
Pray for Paris.
It's like track.
Oh, what?
Oh,
I didn't
right,
listen.
right,
I
right,
didn't listen to West Side
I
album.
didn't listen to, but I know that.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
They dropped like 20.
Yeah, they be wildin'. They be
They
wildin'.
dropped like 20.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's hard to keep
too
up.
old.
Yeah.
That feature shocks me because that's something I didn't see happening. That's,
oh no,
that's,
you hear it, it makes sense when you hear the
All
beat.
right, I gotta check it out.
I
Yeah.
can see that.
With Tyler and Westside.
West Side, yeah.
We'll play it on the break because that shit is a mad hip hop beat. Like when you hear that
Alright.
shit, all of us would want to rap on that shit if we heard
Alright,
it.
cool.
Yeah,
And right after that is Wale. So
Wale's on the track
really?
too.
no, after.
Oh,
I've been eager to hear what new Wale is about to happen.
Eilish.
I've been eager
Billie
to hear
Eilish
what
is
he's about to
hiding
do.
Wale last time.
It was fire, right? Yeah.
Back
Play
up.
it after.
The one with the sandwich.
Yeah, with Sue Me On
Billie
the
Eilish
Body
with
Black,
Westside
that
Gun?
whole- that album.
You
Yeah.
bugging?
No.
Billie Eilish, the white girl.
Is yeah, the white girl's on the song with Billy's on the song with Tyler on the West Side show.
Oh, that's fire.
Billie Eilish.
Billie
is on the
Eilish.
Westside Gun.
Billie
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, Billie.
I knew it was a
I knew
girl,
she was
I
gonna
forgot
jump
who it
in
was.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah,
got
Billie
meat.
Eilish is hard. Yo, oh, this dude, bro.
I can say that because she's 18 now. She got
Yo.
the meat.
This nigga. Wait. Like,
I didn't want to say that before. That's about my brother, right? He went to a concert.
She
No,
was.
I
I never knew how young. This
Yeah, I
girl
remember one day you come into my crib so we could record, and you, like, I think you were just scrolling through, and I guess she popped up, explore. I don't know how she popped up on your shit, but you were like, "Yo," you said you made a comment, and I looked. Well, she's 18 now. I was like,
Yeah. No, she did the Vogue cover, and she was showing off because she's known for having like wearing baggy
Baggy
clothes.
clothes, stuff like that. Right?
But she finally showed off. She got the cheese. You know what I mean? And it's looking crazy. So I was like, yeah, I was admiring. They look good. You can say that when she's 18, right? I know it's kind of weird still. Though. I mean, I wouldn't touch her. She's too
I'm
young
about
for
to
me, but
say,
still,
still-
she look good though. I
Yo,
mean,
it's crazy. She looks
funny.
like she's like 12. Like when I
She
just
does.
look at her, her whole swag is like
Her whole
I'm
swag
like,
But
is
you want to know what?
crazy.
Yo, her
Sound like
voice,
she got
her
a
voice
Giga
is
Pet in her
crazy.
pocket.
Her
voice is crazy.
incredible.
Voice
oh,
is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Didn't she
Crazy.
win like every
Out of
Grammy
this
one year?
world, man.
She was like the.
Yeah, she was carrying like 17 Grammys or some weird shit. Like,
Didn't she
had,
win
like,
like the big three, like Adele, and like the whole
What's the
song
big
of the
three?
year,
Best
song of
song,
the year,
best
record of the
album.
year, and
Because they got song and record of the year,
and,
which I don't know
album
the
of
difference.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's-
They got
what's the
song of the
record
year,
of the
record of the
I
year.
don't know why
I
they
don't
do
know the
that.
difference.
It don't make no sense. I don't know why.
I
they
think
do
it's song is just like that's it. Just we play a song. Is it the best song you've heard? Record is like okay, it involved the producer, it
that.
involved the label,
okay.
the writer,
all right.
everything together makes it
Okay.
the best record.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
wow.
Yeah.
that's my uncle Toby. He said that if you like if you do anything for a record of the year to give you a Grammy, you could be the nigga that swept the floor in the session.
Yes.
They said
Yeah.
you a Grammy.
He was the nigga that just hit record that one time when the engineer
You
went to
get
the
a Grammy.
bathroom.
Yeah,
You get credit.
They
Yeah.
get everybody gets it.
Yeah, that's it. You know what? Speaking of that, I wanted to speak to y'all too, Allik and Moses, considering because we at the stew.
Yeah.
And last time I was here with y'all, we were having a deep conversation about all the bullshit that goes on in this place.
Oh yeah,
And everything like
sometimes,
that. We got
yeah.
time. Do you want to set up another?
No.
Get right into it. Oh, let's get right into it, man. So start off telling us about like where we are here, what goes on in here, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so this is the stew. We started this in 2019. Yeah,
Okay.
we started in 2019. That's when that's when we officially started.
Officially start.
We was
Okay.
doing business without LLC for a little second.
Okay.
But yeah, then we got officiated and stuff like that with the city and everything. These little niggas is crazy, bro.
That's
Yeah, so you know,
right into it.
we got our little rules or whatever, and you know, the funny thing about it is we developed these rules over time. As we seen the bullshit that was going
As
on.
we see stuff going on,
Yeah.
we had to like improvise new things. Like, all right,
Like, okay, you can't do this.
all right, well, we can't have 30 people in here. All right, you know,
Yeah,
let's
That was
last
the one
time,
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
You know.
this and that happened. So
Hella niggas in
yeah, we got
do-rags
this
and Nike
one
slides.
client who came through and we have it.
Hella niggas in do-rags and Nike slides and V-necks.
yeah, exactly. It's like, and then
With
two
a
people rap.
sun-kissed
And then
son.
two
Yeah,
people
only- and
rap.
only one
That's
nigga
the
rap.
worst.
Not
yes.
only that, but everybody in there is aggravated. Like, yo, what are we
Yeah,
doing
bro.
here? And it's like, bro, don't
This is
do
the
this no more.
studio.
Don't do this no more. This is work. You know what I'm saying? They're like, why are we at somebody's job right now?
Yeah.
That's what they're really feeling, but they can't really express it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had this one guy come through. He gave us a phony $20 bill. And that's like my
$20
we
bill
got
over
that shit
there.
posted on the wall.
That was like the worst.
That was like the
Worst
worst
one,
offense,
like-
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So he just came in where he just wanted a session.
He came in, he got his session. Like, so what happens is sometimes, and this is why we have a rule against that now.
Okay.
Like a guy will come in and he'll pay for his hour, and then another dude will be with he'll book 2 hours with me,
Okay.
but then bring in another dude to pay for the other hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we don't do that no more.
Gotcha.
If you're responsible for the time you booked, so you got to pay that, or you work it out with your friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to loophole.
So
that
this
shit.
guy came in on a strength of the other guy's session, you know what I'm saying? And I knew him too, so it wasn't a big deal. But he gives me $30, and at the time I'm like, why is this guy shaking? Like he's like handing me the bills. He's handing me the bills, but he's handing them to me weird. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? I'm like, I chalked it up to he's a kid. Like he's like 17. Like I'm like, he's paying for something. Like you know what I'm saying? Maybe his dad usually pays for stuff for him. I don't know what's going on. So I folds up the money. I gives it to my cousin, my business partner, the other business partner. And he puts it right on the desk or whatever. We don't touch the money. We leave it right there.
Right.
Yeah.
These guys are leaving, and for some reason they're leaving in a hurry. This is after the session is done. Like I'm talking 1 minute, they're gone. Usually they hang out for like they want to smoke or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, they like
They just skated.
but they skated, and they and then when I chased them down, like somebody left their headphones or some weird shit, and I'm chasing them down. They're like, oh shit, this nigga's chasing us, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong? What's wrong with these guys? They're acting all skittish and shit. So I come back upstairs, and I forgot who told me first, but they were like, yo man, this bill is phony.
Yeah,
I need
I'm
you to
like-
call somebody.
What is
I
this?
need you to talk to somebody.
Yeah,
Yo, if you look at the
If
bill,
you look at the bills, it's like,
can we get the bill?
Hold on, can
Yeah,
we
can
get
we
the
get
bill?
the bill?
Everybody say you want to give it the rush
Yeah,
hour?
let's get the bill.
Start
That shit
turning
turned red.
Start
Yeah,
burning.
that shit. Yeah.
Oh,
It says
nah, yeah, this is
copy
fake.
money on it.
It's bad fake. Like it's horrible.
So let me tell you something. This nigga comes
Get
back.
out.
I hands him the bill. I'm like, bro, you gave me this.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole shit.
I gave him. I was like, yo, bro, you gave me this. And I tried to give him every opportunity. I said, yo, bro, maybe you didn't mean to give it to me. Maybe you tried. He was like,
nice about it. Okay.
yeah, he was like, nah, I ain't do that shit. The fuck?
The fuck?
What you talking about?
It's like, it's like, where?
I'm like,
Like, are we stupid?
Damn.
Yeah, he was
That's
like, yo.
wild.
He was like, yo, why would you accept anything that say copy money anyway? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just say copy money on it, by the way.
Yeah, no, it does. It does.
Yeah.
On like
saying?
multiple
Not
different.
for legal tender.
Yeah, 2 different spots.
And I'm like, you making fun of me, bro? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's fucking wild.
Now your ass is done.
And the whole thing
Bro.
is, it's like you have to. We just coming into business. Like normally, this is like these people is outside would be dealing with it like on some outside stuff. Like it's weird to have to now. I have to put it through a business filter of like, all right, now how do we deal with this person that just crossed the line?
Right, going forward.
But
Yeah, it gets tough.
now it's like, are we suing people? Or we gotta figure out our fine line between
Because we like
knocking
we
somebody
fake
out.
from, I'm about to say we fake
you know
from
what I
the
mean?
So the
Yo.
whole idea is
No,
like,
yeah.
yo, do we you know what I'm saying? Do we rough this guy up, or you know what I'm saying? Like, or do we get the authorities involved? We don't want to do either one.
Either
Right.
way.
Right.
Really,
I don't wanna
like,
see
for
no
real,
cops.
We just want to make music. That's
Absolutely.
why-
Yeah, bro, we came here to do this one thing.
So,
And this guy, he's on some different kind of time.
Ooh, man, all
He
right.
came back a couple times trying to do stuff, and he was like, bro, you have to leave.
It's super slow.
Yeah, you gotta.
I don't believe none of your money.
Did he offer to pay beforehand, like the other times?
He did. No, he
He
put
did.
money in my hand. He came in with a ski mask one time. It was like 5 niggas that came in. This is why we
Yeah,
don't
just
allow this
shut
shit
up.
no more. But it was like 5 niggas that came in. He had a ski mask on, and he put $30 in my hand. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. Who is this guy? Put money in my hand, but I'm getting paid. So I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting over here at the computer. I opened the session up.
Okay.
And I got the money in my hand. I kind of put it to the side. And then he takes off his ski mask. I don't
And it's
see him
him.
yet. I don't see him yet. But I'm like, I just hear from the side. I'm like, he was like, yo, it's crazy you think I give you that fake money. I turns around. It's
Bruh.
this nigga.
Bruh, mind you, all
I'm
right,
like,
right at that
yo, I'm
moment.
staring at him. At the moment that I'm like realizing it's him, and I'm like, oh, whatever. This dude's walking.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
in
just
at the
walking
exact
in
moment.
to like peeping the energy. I see Moses is looking back at like the situation. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I look over. I'm like, how did he get in here, bro?
I was in here. So this is what I told him. I was like, yo, listen, bro, I don't know how to tell you this, but I need you to leave, bro. Like, I need you to leave.
Not making no music. Man.
Yeah, and then he was like, yo, you serious, bro? And this nigga, he got game.
This is my life.
He's
Yeah.
like, we good, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, we good.
We good,
Like,
bro.
I don't even know.
I don't know what he was saying by that. But
Like I said, I'm having a tough time with that. Like,
You ever see anime where you see the dark?
Yes. Convert that shit
dark,
over.
the dark energy coming
tell,
from.
yes.
It was coming from this nigga. Like he had like squiggly lines coming off him.
If
Like,
you're used to only dealing with niggas one way,
yes,
it makes it
It's
kind
like,
of difficult.
yeah. It's
Nah,
like,
I have to say something.
I feel because you didn't want
Of
to.
course.
Because you didn't want
We
to
the
take it
guys.
there. Yeah, you didn't want to take it to that place.
Hey, yo, listen. Here's the worst part about it. We want these guys to be able to do their music.
Facts.
We want these guys to be able to do their music cheap. That's why we give everybody who's under 18, we give them a $10 discount.
Yeah.
Oh,
$30
word.
an
Yeah, for
hour.
sure.
You know
That's
what
what's
I'm
up.
Yeah.
And we went through a lot, like looking for studios
Ourselves,
and going to sessions, like walking far and like going different places.
Yeah.
So it's like
man.
we try to make it like, all right, this is kind of like a home place. Like y'all come around, come to the studio.
Yeah, you looking out for the artist.
Get your song off.
Yeah.
You know.
And it sucks when they take advantage of that shit.
Yeah, and even further, we try to like, it's not about our studio. Even like, if you want to build a studio, I'll show you.
Exactly.
I'll get you the computer.
I'm not trying to just take your money. Like I'll take
whatever
your
it
money,
is.
but we're gonna give you the advice to make sure you're set up on your own. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we learned how to do it, and we know it don't take that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just do it for the people who don't who don't really want to sit there and do it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean, who
There's
don't want to take the
tons of
time and
people
learn
like
that.
that.
stuff.
Yep.
And that's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of things I refuse to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just 'cause I know so much already. You know, I'm already doing like 5 or 6 different things.
Right.
Talk back.
Exactly. But you know, it's like, all right, I'm not about to learn how to be a videographer too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll go get that done. And I understand that energy. So, come to me and I'll make sure, I'll go above and beyond. And we always give people more value. Like, nobody sits there and makes sure the song sounds mixed before they, you know what I'm saying? People will do their best or whatever. But they'll always leave a little bit, to be done.
Yes.
You need to come back and get your thing mixed. But we try to sit there and make sure everything sounds great, ready to upload as soon as you come out of here.
Done, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we do that because we really care about the thing we do over here. You know what I'm saying? And then when cats come over and act like we never did nothing for them, or, try to give us phony, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be the wild shit. So what have you guys learned most of, obviously, besides the fact that some of these rappers can be kind of shady with their shit? What else have you learned about having this own spot?
That the studio is a clinic.
Oh, yes.
Okay, in what way? Explain that.
We are therapists.
We are therapists, yeah.
Mm,
And
okay.
people, no matter how they get it out, they have to get that shit out. They have to. And they're going to find it. And whether it comes out on a person or whether it's positive or negative, they have to release this massive amount of energy. You know what I mean? And when you hear what people try to articulate, you know what I mean? These people are talking about their lives, and the losses of their friends, their mothers, fathers, you know what I mean? And it'll be like, oh, this is his first song. You know what I mean? So it's really what's on their heart. And you think about your first song and shit like that. Like, I was like, damn. I was on, it was just from the heart. You're just writing a little, thing. So, I just see it like that. And I see how much it does for people. How much
Yes.
gratification you could get from hearing your own self. It's like showing people a mirror, like, this is you right here. Did you see that? Like, oh, did you see
That's
yourself
dope.
like that?
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
One of my happiest moments in the studio, even though this guy was like kind of a jerk, but like he came in and he recorded his thing. He was dope or whatever. Like, I like the way he write, like, or whatever. And when it was all done, I was mixing, I was putting the auto-tune on his voice, and we're using the mix that we developed over this time, over these 2 years or whatever. So I just threw that on there, and I just sort of like, I took it to that level, that the stew quality or whatever. And he was like, "What the fuck, bro?" And he just sat there staring at the screen. He was like, "Yo, bro, I feel like no matter what the fuck I come in here and say, you can make that shit sound amazing.
Yeah.
I could feel like I could come in here and do anything.
Yeah.
You can make that shit sound amazing."
Yeah, for artists, that means the world, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you kidding me?
The
Very
fact
good
that we
point.
can,
And I love that, and that's my payment. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But I know this place needs to, needs to pay the
Yeah,
rent
it has
here.
to
So
run,
that's the only reason why I accept payment from people. But yo, if I was like a billionaire, like kid, like, and I had a trust fund or whatever, and I just had this place or whatever,
Yeah.
I would love to just let people come through.
you'd
and
still be
just-
doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that. See,
I love
that
the
shows, and that's
yeah.
what's going to get you guys more business and going to get you better clientele.
I
You
can
know,
imagine
when they
that,
see
yeah.
the meaning behind it, that y'all actually
Exactly.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I think
true.
it's very
I
important.
love
A lot
to
of
put
people,
everybody's
Bro,
vision together. Yo,
bro, it's gotten to the point. Remember, shit like this, bro. We get like, he's in the city. My brother, he's another owner.
Mhm.
He got to meet the mayor. The mayor was like a big Black Lives Matter thing.
Mhm.
He found out, yo, you guys got a studio in the city. He wants to record a gospel song. It's like, what? the mayor, like
The mayor wanted to
what?
record a
Yeah,
gospel
like,
song.
yeah.
Okay.
Real talk. Like, so I'm like, this. Everybody's involved, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody's involved. We just like we're just looking. We're going outside. We're looking for who's to make it official, but we could make it official. Everybody here has something to contribute, and we could make it one thing. You know, make it a nice thing. But
now, have you guys been overwhelmed with any of the stuff that's come here? Like, if someone like said something or had like a verse that just like, all right, I wasn't ready for this. Has that happened to y'all?
yes,
I'll tell you specifically. Not even specific because I'm not doing that. But for example, right, like, cause we deal with a lot of street cats, so it'll be like a dude. He'll come in and be like, "R.P. my man, I miss that nigga so much." And nigga come in the next session, like it'd be an hour later, and nigga be like, same man. He'd be like, "Man, fuck that nigga, I killed that nigga, shoot that nigga in the face."
Oh, damn.
I'm like, "Oh
Okay.
wow."
All
Oh
right.
yeah, same dude. I'm like, oh no, I wasn't. I'm not a street dude at all.
Right.
You can hear from the way I talk. Like I'm on some fucking. I'm a square.
Ditto.
So this shit. this shit to me was
he
like
from North.
bananas. I'm like, oh, all right. Yeah. I'm like, all right, okay. Oh, this is what's happening. So I'm trying to like adjust, and then I see my niggas a little bit more street than I am. They're like, oh, did you hear that? I'm like, oh, y'all niggas thought that was crazy too.
So y'all kind of neutral in all the stuff that's going on as well. So you
also
guys
they respect us as neutral. They
Right,
they
as they
know
should.
they know as they
Yeah,
should.
right.
They know like, okay, yeah.
this is business.
Like,
We
oh
wanna-
yeah,
we
they, you
get
know,
serious.
I've heard them
I don't wanna
like,
bring that here.
I've heard them
Right.
like over like the couple year period like that we've been here, be like, oh yeah, the ops we recording here, like, you know what I'm saying. But they'll never bring us that energy.
Right.
They'll speak about that amongst themselves. But you know, it's something that we had to be mindful of though, because you know you got to keep your clients comfortable.
absolutely.
You,
And
you don't want them to think that there's gonna be danger if they, you know.
Exactly.
So I assume that if like there's rival artists, you guys have to record them a couple hours
Yeah,
and
we
know
don't know
separate.
who's
We
rival,
put-
so we actually take a loss on putting an hour
In between, yeah.
every session.
Every session, we have an hour cushion between every session. No, yeah.
That's crazy.
So if we got something that ends at 8, there's no session available until 10.
Now, do you guys kick them out casually? Like, hey, I got other people coming.
Oh no, it's over. Man.
Like, if they choose to stay like past 8, or do you just?
If
what
we
do you
have
do?
another session
If
coming
they
in,
linger, they might go to the lobby.
I'll tell them, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know.
But there's been a couple. If we don't have nothing else going on, I don't.
I don't mind if you
I don't
wait
really
on
trip.
Uber.
You know,
Dude,
you
know what I
waiting on
mean?
your Uber. You know,
stuff like that. It's like, all right.
I know a lot of Ubers be canceling and stuff like that. You know.
But we try. For
If
the most
there's
part.
guys that like really taking advantage, I'll sit here and just start mixing a record loud as hell, just like turn the shit to the max and then just start
Right, just kind of casual.
blaring another
like,
song because
yeah,
it's like,
we're on the
bro,
next thing
it's like,
now,
bro,
yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
Like, you're taking advantage right now. You know, you don't got to do all that. It's not a lounge. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
And if it is a lounge, you know, it's $30 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. As long as you charge them, they'll get out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's 8:05.
Yeah.
The extra hour.
Yo, you know what I like? I think the other owner, Corey, my cousin, he was telling me about he went to a studio and shit.
Mhm.
And when everything was done, he said the producer was standing by the door, just standing outside of it, just looking at these niggas from the inside,
That's
like looking at these
beautiful.
niggas on the inside, just like that, like. And then that made them uncomfortable enough to leave.
Bro, my father was telling me by that time the hour is there, like they could be talking whatever, the bounce is almost like when the minute touches, the bounce is ended. Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah,
That's a fact.
so it's like done,
Studio
like,
etiquette, man.
yeah. If it's like 5 minutes left, I'm like, yo, what are you guys' emails? let me figure out what's the emails right now, so I can just get it all together.
So it's funny you mentioned
Send it out.
studio etiquette. So I want to hear from all y'all right now, because Seraiah and I were talking about this. If you guys had to build like a studio etiquette like commandment list, what would it be?
Me, I mean, well, everybody moves differently, but me, I would be like, I think when you come to the studio, it's best to come there to record. I'm not really big on writing in the studio. That's just me.
No, same
I'd
here.
rather go there and then we get right to it, because now, time is money now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know, if
Why
you-
would you write at a studio session unless
I
you
could-
specifically paid for it?
Feel me?
Do y'all
I could write
remember,
at home
like-
for free.
Yes.
But like,
I've been at a studio session where the girl was still trying to get her footing, and it was
Yeah.
supposed to be for a spoken word album, but instead, sorry, I'm really low. Just trying to edit my own stuff. Anyway, so she was still trying to. She was working the transition into, okay, I'm gonna do this, and the engineer, who was her man, was trying to talk her into rapping. But I didn't know this. So I'm there because at the time I was managing an artist that was a feature on there. Wow. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, do you understand? Mind you, I used to do spoken word. I'm like, do you understand that what you're doing is you're rapping? You know that, right? So, and then she's like, wait, what do you mean? He swivels so fast, and he was like, tell her. Because I've been trying to tell this bitch. Because he was trying to get her to rap, but she's like, no. And for years, she was doing, like, at least, like, writing down poetry. And, like, sometimes performing it, but she was really, like, just jumping in. And, yeah, that night, I helped her, like, rewrite. So sometimes I wouldn't mind, like, if I had a studio, and I've always wanted to work in one, I wouldn't mind somebody writing, but not writing from scratch, but like fixing.
Right.
Like,
that happens.
Fixes one thing.
Or like if the engineer, or like if you guys be like, hey, like, you know, maybe, or if they have somebody like, notes.
No, that's okay. I mean, listen, some people actually have the skill to write quickly and can just do it. If you got that skill, then that's not even do your thing. Like, but I had to fit. Like when I recorded my song 12 Days, I think I missed 2 bars or something like that. I had to stop. I was in the booth for like 15 minutes trying to just fix a line, and then I got back in there. That happens. Right. But that's a big thing for me. Show up there ready. Also,
wait, before you move on from that, I wanted to mention, like, if you were like back in the day, like the Temptations or some shit, niggas are rehearsing every week, like before they go into the studio. You know what I'm saying?
On top of that,
we
got one take.
Yes.
Yeah, word.
They got one take.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
They had reel to reel.
I mean, if you were signed to Atlantic, maybe they had a couple reels in the back.
Oh, the analog.
They get like,
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? But like, you know.
Brings up a good point. Every time I went to the studio and recorded anything, that wasn't the first time I said that verse.
Absolutely.
I've rehearsed it at the crib, so I'm gonna do takes in the studio, but at least by the time I get to the studio, I've at least already said it like 20, 30 times. And I say it on the way there.
You know where the vocal inflections are placed.
Exactly.
You know where you can get your breaths in.
Exactly.
It's very important.
It's a real art to this. Like, you don't want to, you don't want to just freestyle this.
You absolutely should, especially if it's going to be recorded.
Exactly.
And just to add on to that, like, like the most important, like, time is money, trying to condense time frames as much as possible. And on top of that, like, you just want to make sure you're making the most of your time. So, man, another thing in regards to being in the studio, knowing the raps I'm about to say, super important. All the small things, like the way I try to write my verses, like I'll try to write in where the ad libs are gonna be, the breaths I'm gonna take.
Absolutely.
You try to make the most of your time.
I learned that from you, specifically from you. I remember we was in whose house was that? It was was it House?
It was.
It was House. Yeah, it was House. We got a dude named House.
Oh yeah, word.
House.
Shout out the House, man.
We was at House. He had a studio in his basement.
Okay.
And he was talking to a younger dude or whatever, and he was breaking down O's lyrics.
Oh yeah.
He was breaking down his lyrics while he's in the booth, and I never thought of it from this perspective. He was like, "You see that? He's writing his breaths into the rap," and I was like, "Oh, is fucking sick." Fuck, like he's way ahead of us right now. I gotta catch up.
You know what's fun? Just to make 2 points on that. The other point I was gonna make was like, yo, man, the studio is a place of business. I know it's fun.
Yeah,
you're hearing music, you're rapping, you're with your boys, all that. But like, yo, man, you're here with a set objective. You want to record the song, you want to make it sound good, and you want to get out of here. Like, some people kind of just turn it into
a party.
You know what I'm saying? And it's cool, but you don't want that to take away from what you're trying to do.
That's what I was about to say real quick. Just jump in real quick. I just feel like I like kind of working in the studio with people that are just I don't think I like being in the studio with people that are just excited anymore. Because when you're just excited, it's just like you're just so happy it's happening.
Yeah.
That it's taken away from what actually needs to get done. Now, granted, listen, everyone, you're always gonna have your first time. Listen, if you're a new artist, I get it. I mean, we all had that. But I just feel like right now, at this point in my career, I like working with people that are just like-minded, that are just like, yo, we're on one accord. Like, yo, we just got to get this done. In the middle of that, like, I know how to work hard, play hard, easy. But that came with being in a recording studio since I was like 18. So, before that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, so I ended up knowing how to really do it and like manage, you know. So I feel like people that show up there, like, and we used to be in our Uncle Studio, DML recordings, like, and you came there once,
Yeah.
you see the plaques on the wall, people
Yeah.
get excited, they take yourself.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
videos, all that.
But all of that I feel like could take away from the time you're supposed to really get something done.
Right, you get caught up in all the lights and
You
shit.
feel me?
Yeah,
Like
that's
I got a set objective, I got an album, I
I've
got deadlines. Like let's just get it done. Like,
I've seen people come not only here but to my father's studio and other studios, and they'll come. It's such that party vibe that half a song got done. Out of the whole time.
Right.
There it is.
Out of the whole time.
You gonna
It's
start
like,
popping bottles and rolling up and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
like,
you can
yo,
do that at home.
Or just
Like,
get so satisfied with the half of the song.
oh yeah, I just
yeah.
can't.
Like, oh, right
It's
now.
so good.
and
It's
look,
like,
at one point we were all a part of that.
Yeah.
And like we were. But yo, but this was
Yo,
like,
do you remember when
We
our
learned.
we
Oh, sorry,
learned.
yeah.
Yo, we not. It's
Yeah.
different.
But remember
now.
when
Like
Butters, he was letting us use his studio.
Right.
We had that one song we was working on every time we went there.
yeah, that's true.
Every time we
And
went
we
there,
never
like, yo,
finished- we
run
never
that.
finished it.
Yo,
we
put
never
the
finished
song
it.
up. Yeah, we never finished
We
that
never
shit,
finished
ever.
it. But we were like 18. Like we was trying
Yeah.
to. But like I don't know. I think that's a part of the etiquette. I think for me personally, like we're also like recording, only drinking water. Some guys like to, have their,
that's
like I think that's one of the best things to do. Or you have your tea, whatever.
Tea,
like your voice gotta be right.
Warm
not
beverage.
even funny. I learned that from in a slight sense. I used to pay attention. Like even doing shows and seeing you there, you always kept Poland Spring with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I always kept a beer with me. I always kept, especially for the
Yeah,
check-ins
pretty
and
much,
all
yeah.
that. And then I just noticed, I'm like, yo, maybe I should be drinking some water before I get up here and try to rap my ass off.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Let me try to-
Sodom said that he don't drink until after he performs. I think he told me that.
And which is a good
Yeah.
practice to
After
have.
performance,
Wait till
yeah,
after.
he starts drinking.
Wait till
know,
after.
Little stuff like that. That's
Yes.
And now I'm getting at the age now where if I smoke, depending on where I am, my voice will be very squeaky. They won't be able to talk regularly. So if I got to rap, it's over.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I got to chill out. Like,
I feel you. I
get to
feel
that
you on
point.
that.
It's fucking with my vocal cords.
But you know, studio etiquette, what we're saying is actually really easy. I don't think
You think it
I
is?
think-
That's what,
yeah,
and that's why I asked him about this. What's going on here? Because
Yeah.
as easy as it seems, we're also older and
I
we got
think-
experience.
No, that's
All
true.
right, so from experiencing just being an employee at a studio, I would say the best studio etiquette is whoever needs to be in the room needs to be in the room.
Absolutely.
And that could be I'm saying that could be your girl. Like if she, you need more support. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if they need to be in the room, that's who you need to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? I had this one guy who came in the room. He was hot dog and he was, oh yeah, and he could freestyle really good. Every beat we put on, he was like tweaking on this shit. But and everybody, it was like 6 people in here. Everybody was like, oh man, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But when everybody around him was like 3 different people was on the song, they was getting serious. And it was like, okay, now it's time to actually do some music. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, I noticed they're annoyed with him. They're like, bro, like you still,
I think
Yeah,
I'm not.
you just-
I've
yeah,
had
you know what I'm
this-
saying? It's like,
I've
yeah,
had it
like,
with
yo.
the 10-hour freestylers too.
yeah,
The niggas
you know,
gotta
like
go.
we're trying to
They're
get
not
this.
trying to do records.
They're the
trying
worst.
to
They're not
just
trying to
they're
do
trying to rap.
records.
They're trying to rap and get out of here.
While I respect the skill level,
Like
I do.
the
I've,
niggas gotta
I've,
go.
Yes,
I've run into so many. While I respect the skill level,
Yeah,
they have no patience to sit down and actually make a song with people.
yeah.
And that's where I lose all
He
the
was
rest
like,
of my
this was
patience.
I'm not trying to
96
be in no
Washington
boring
Square
ass
Park,
studio
they can
session
do that.
anyway. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's
you
why you
came
told
to
me
the
that. Yeah,
studio. You never thought
said that
it
bullshit.
was
I
gonna
don't
be
wanna
a
here
studio
anyway.
session. Studio.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's gonna be a
but
studio
I realize,
session.
bro, I guess everybody just gotta learn that way. Like, no, I don't know who comes into this and just gets it right away. I think people just go through it that way. I mean, we all did, and I guess that's how they. Listen, at the end of the day, and these guys will know. Like, you're gonna just start seeing who's serious and who's not. Like, it's whoever comes back,
And
whoever
it's
comes
not the
back
talent.
alone.
It's really not the talent, too, man.
Bro,
It's-
we got-
Oh
we
yeah,
got-
that's crazy.
Listen,
not.
it's
you'll be
heartbreaking,
surprised.
actually.
You'll be surprised. We got freaking 13-year-olds pulling up in their Uber
By
and their
themselves.
by themselves to do their rap, and then we got older people that is not
taking it
moving
too
as
seriously.
fast. You get what I'm saying?
You know what's
Just-
funny?
yeah.
That
I
shit's
feel
Boy,
like
13, he's coming through like, yeah, man, this is a feature I'm doing with my boy. He's paying me $600.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
13. I'm like, oh my God, this nigga's a man.
I feel
Yeah.
like no, it's funny. I feel like with us, we kind of learned how to take it more seriously, just because we, even though it seemed like because we was always in the studio environment, like our uncle, like, their father and uncles were in the pretty much in the game, but
Right.
they made sure that nothing was gonna be just kind of handed to us on a silver platter. So we made sure that we got involved, and we had to take advantage of the time that we could record. Like sometimes that was from 2 a.m. to 6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we
okay.
had to walk from our grandmother's house, down South Harrison Avenue. If anybody's familiar with the store, like down in the middle of the night, just to make sure we got an hour to win of recording this, and we couldn't play with that time.
And then there was hella, what do you call it, slippage time, really, because of the learning curve.
Yeah,
we got the studio.
We got the studio now.
Now we gotta learn how to use it.
So
this is where we got our education at. Right there.
Yeah, we did
This
our
how we
session.
learn how
They
to
be like, yo,
engineer.
who's doing your session? I'm like, well, Allik's doing. Like, he had to learn how to do Pro Tools and Logic. He had to learn how to make beats. He had to learn
I
how
learned
to
from him.
he had
I learned
to
from
be-
him as well. He
Yeah,
was the
we had to
first
kind of
dude
be self-sufficient.
to like learn how to do
Kid
it.
Allik was the first one to really get like the engineering down because he was doing it when he was like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And then I started picking up from him like how to work like Logic and stuff like that. And then like Mo jumped in and got crazy. And he's the one that dabbled with the production.
Yeah.
And then he got onto the graphics and all that stuff.
And then I jumped back like
Yeah,
later
then he
with
got
the
back
beats.
into
Like,
it,
now
yeah.
I'm on some beats.
Yeah,
okay.
He
Like-
makes some hard
like,
shit now. Yeah.
The goal was for us.
I'm a
to
hard
just-
critic.
The goal was for
I'll
us.
tell you if this nigga's ass.
Yeah,
This nigga
nah,
making some hard shit. I'm a terrible dude, bro. I'll tell
At
a
the end
nigga,
of the
"You're
day,
garbage."
the goal was for us to. We wanted to have like a. We wanted to be as in-house as possible. I was tired of outsourcing for beats. Actually, the fact that Mo does it is incredible. Like he did.
Yes.
Beautiful Dystopia was this good.
Yes.
Like you know what I'm saying. Like
And
and.
it's
I'm glad you let me be a part of that. That shit
What?
was.
Are you
that
kidding?
was
Are you
great.
are you kidding me?
Yeah,
What?
that was amazing.
Which
That's
is
an hour
when he,
album, bro.
And when he
Like-
first told me, I was like, okay, so he's going under the alias. I was like, I wasn't sure at first what it was. I had to ask, like, who's doing the beats? And you told me, he's like, oh, it's Moses. I'm like, oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, the cadence.
Oh, okay, that's a producer.
Yeah, so I didn't know.
See, but
at
that's
first.
the reason why I wanted to do that. Like, if you ever, I got that idea from Flying Lotus.
Okay.
Because he's Captain Murphy while he's rapping. He's Flying Lotus while he's making beats.
I didn't know. Captain Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh,
not
same
Captain Murphy
thing
while
as,
he's rapping. He's
wasn't
Flying
Mac
Lotus.
Miller
while
like that too? Wasn't he something Silverstein or something?
Earl Sweatshirt too.
Earl Sweatshirt
That's
too.
what is this thing?
Random black dude or something?
he- Random black dude? Okay, yeah, I
know.
didn't hear
And I
that.
know Mac Miller was
Larry Fisher?
Yeah, Larry Fisher.
Fisher.
Yeah. Larry Fisher. Yeah.
I was gonna say
Cole
Ferguson
got
for some
one too,
reason.
right?
Cool.
Kill Edward? No,
Nah,
that's
that was
that's
something
the singer
different.
shit. yeah.
Cole got one, I think.
Nah,
Wait.
I thought he was just sick.
The dude he does on stage.
Yeah, no,
before?
it's like Kill Edward. No, it's Edward something or
Yeah.
Ed something.
Oh, but his producer name though? I
No,
thought that
that's
was
just like
character.
no, like when
Nah,
he
that was
raps.
No, alias.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Alien.
I was just going. Alien.
Oh, all right.
Yo, also MF Doom and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But his shit was like Metal Fingers while he was making beats, and then
Oh, yeah, I get that. Makes sense.
MF Doom went to different chain. Do you know MF Doom's history? Like in the 90s?
hell yeah.
Like I didn't know he was a part of a group
Come
called
on, man.
KMD.
You know-
his
Yes.
name used to
You
be
know, I
Zev Love
know.
X.
Yeah.
Like he
know,
was
I
like,
know.
yo, you ever saw
No
Third
Mask.
Base on the gas face? He was on that song. With glasses and all that. Like it's crazy. Like, all that
Wow.
stuff. But anyway, yeah.
But
MF
real
Doom.
quick, before we
That's my
move
fucking
on to the next one, I wanted to ask you guys. So you work here, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with? Do you ever critique or do you hold back? Do you ever have to be like, like do you ever feel like,
Well, listen,
yeah,
I'll tell you
I
what.
walked the line.
okay,
Walk the line because not only do motherfuckers not want to hear that all the time, it becomes tedious. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So
Yeah,
what you want to do is you want to leave room for people to do it exactly what they envision
They
they
want
want to
to
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
But you also if they do ask you,
Mm-hmm.
you want to be as honest as you can, and you also want to know the difference between if a nigga's asking for validation
yeah,
or
that's
if
a
he's
big one.
asking because he
Facts.
really wants to know
Facts.
That's a big one.
if he wants to change anything. Because so like I've noticed a lot of times like a nigga will frame the question like, oh yeah, that shit hard, right? I'll be like,
Oh
yes.
yeah, validation.
Yes.
Validation.
That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Yes, that shit is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For
They're
sure.
just looking for you
Okay,
to
but like,
when
you know-
when it's that confirmation.
But
yeah,
you'll notice the cloth. I'm glad I'm a rapper, bro. Because like from being that and then being able to sit in this chair, it's like I notice a dude. He'll be like, oh yeah, but what about that third? Like when I said, I'm like, yeah, you might want to bring that back.
Yeah.
And he'll know that I know he's dope because his confidence is to a point where it's not gonna be hurt by a producer
Yeah.
Vibe,
or
him saying
engineer
that,
telling
yeah.
him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like, dude, like we're sharpening the shit like
Yeah.
right now. Like you know this is hard. You don't have to ask me whether this is hard because you know yourself.
yeah,
So these are the people I like that I give notes to, but I don't like to give notes to everybody. Like,
Yeah.
they don't always want to hear that. Like they'll get frustrated and be like, "Oh, let's do a different song."
Yeah,
You know,
I
they're
just-
trying to
yeah,
escape
no.
the mentality of I've ever been asked. They don't even want to know that.
no.
Yeah.
Because I've just learned to just keep my mouth shut when people are like, listen to this, let me know what you think. I just don't even
Now,
bother. So I can imagine like you guys are right here doing it.
a part of that, we spoke to like I spoke to a couple engineers, and we spoke like talking like basically we had the consensus of one, since people are coming to do their thing, you're a part of the vibe, almost like a DJ DJing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a part of the vibe, so I can't be like dull. I need to rock my head. We need to rock our heads because we're all moving in this unison thing. We're trying to help it keep going. Like, I can't even explain. I feel like I could make this song ass by being low energy, by being like, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, you know. Another song, you know. But you're adding to that thing by helping validating them with their, you know.
Right.
Like, all right, that was, you know.
You gotta be in there bopping your head too.
Oh, you know, if it's really a line, I'm wilding. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, oh shit, you know. You said that. Like,
oh yeah,
you know,
anybody gives me the slightest bit of dopeness,
you know.
I exacerbate that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yo,
No, because I know a couple engineers that like they said, they're like, yeah, in the beginning I used to fake my funk, like, you know, fake the funk and be like, just I'm a bop, I'm gonna bop. Then sometimes like, nah, I can't bop. Like that studio session when I was with the, you know, the poet turned rapper. We were talking about it and we had this whole like deep conversation. He wanted me to work for him and everything. He was like, yeah, no, like, because he saw how honest I was in that moment. He was like, all right, but I guess the way I delivered it, he is a lot more, I guess, blunt than me and a lot more raw. So he's like, yeah, I need that because you cushion that shit.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just like,
Shinobi, you give me the vibe that you're very straightforward.
Yeah.
oh no, I'm very straightforward, but I've learned working with artists and also other like just shit in life to kind of soften the blow and
What is your sign?
sugarcoat shit. Sagittarius.
Okay, cool.
So it was the engineer. So because he was like, you give me saggy vibes. I ended up writing a piece to that. It was like December vibes. That's because he was like, you're giving me December vibes.
Yeah.
I think you know what it is when it comes to like cushioning the blow. I think there's just a way to say it. Like I'm not gonna be like, yo, bro, that's garbage. Like you're not doing it.
You have to hit. Yeah.
Like the word is constructive criticism, and I know even that people. I know, but you gotta be like this. This is how I'll be like. I'll talk about what I like and what I don't like. I'll be like, yo, if you want to make the record stronger, you can maybe some backgrounds, maybe some of that.
But
maybe,
you know what's crazy?
Do it slow.
Once you do that, people erase everything good you ever said about,
and they only
that
focus
shit,
on negative.
And they only focus on the negative.
Yeah.
You're not
But
focused.
you want to know what's crazy? I worked on the compliment sandwich is really good. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But what you call it? I was working over. There's a studio that's right across the parking lot, and he sometimes comes in when his engineers like are busy or something. Like he comes in, he'll ask me to take over some sessions or whatever. Yeah. So when I came in there, like a lot of the people like they be cynical at first when they see a new engineer. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh man, whenever it's a new guy, like these guys don't really give that much of a damn about the sound or anything. Yeah. But one difference I noticed with me is people are like, when I leave, they're like, yo man, I'm trying to book a session, yo get bro back in, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Bring back in bro. Yeah. And it's because when they ask me for criticism, I don't give them anything in a way that it's my ego is out of it. I think that's part of it. Like it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It don't got nothing to do with me. It's not about my expertise. It's not about nothing of the sort. It's about, okay, this song is almost hard.
Yeah, facts.
What's stopping it? Let's just do this little part. It'll take 2 seconds. I like to break down everything, let niggas know like it's gonna take 2 seconds for you to do this little part. Go back there. I heard one thing. After that, I think we got something.
Yeah, I think.
And they be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? They just like to know. They like to feel like they, you know what I'm saying? Technically, they're my boss. I don't like to say that because they start acting weird. But you know what I'm saying? But technically, in that moment, they're my boss, and they want to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel like they're in control of this. They don't want to feel like they came anywhere to get handled. They want to feel like they came in here to get something done, their thing, and I'm assisting them. So I'm saying I'm just giving them assist, and they dunk it. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? You got.
I was gonna say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, that not only the constructive criticism, but make it so objective that you can't, you know what I mean, refute it. Like, listen, at 33 right here, this block, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one right there, like,
right.
That one, I think you could do it better.
Yeah.
See? You know what I mean? I have confidence in, now I'm implanting confidence in you, and you know what I mean?
It's on the approach.
You can do it better.
Or you can be like, yo, all right, how do you think it sounds right now? Like,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah,
keep
flip it on them.
Flip it on
Yeah.
them. How you? Because me, I don't know. I'm ready for.
But sometimes you might catch that. Oh, you the producer.
Yeah.
I get
Tell
that
me,
all the
you
time.
tell me,
like,
you're the
yeah,
engineer.
you're the producer. I
mean,
get
but
that
I be
all
like,
the
yo,
time.
bro, you wrote
And
it.
then they
You
squint
had
their
you wrote
eyes,
it.
you
You
know
had
what
the
I'm
vision. Like,
Yeah, then it gets
did you
into
want to
some shit.
scream
Yeah.
3,000 times right at the beginning of the song, or did you
But
want to space it
I
out?
like what you said, bro, because like the way matter of fact, what you said too. 'Cause I like the fact that the advice that you're giving them is kind of putting them in a position to make that change. So you're not taken aback by the criticism because it's like, okay, matter of fact, I think I could adjust that.
It's empowering.
It's
Rather
empowering,
rather
and
than
it's you
degrading,
see
yeah.
like just like what Allik said, like I know exactly what I have to do right there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, more people need to hear that instead of just saying like, yo, bro, I don't think you gotta do that shit again.
Because they might do the whole verse over.
You know what I'm saying? Like
and
that,
lose that
and then
energy.
on top of that, they might
Yeah,
feel like
what's
it's
going on?
whack. Like, so if
Yeah.
you're helping them and you're giving it to them in a constructive
You
way.
know, one thing, going back to Sebastian's point, what I like to do, and instead of asking them, what I'll do is I'll hear the fucked up part, and I'll go back to it. I'll play it like 3 or 4 times, like just in that one little 2-second thing. I'm just like,
I like
bum,
that.
bum,
I like
bum,
that.
bum. Just go back to that same part, and they be like, let's do that shit over. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
Yeah. They'll catch on, and they'll.
That's
You know
some
what I'm saying?
psychology trick
Also,
right
that's
there.
that's also teaching them kind of in a way. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but you know what I'm saying. I've learned this so much.
Hey, real quick,
That
have y'all like? I feel like, rappers that like in regards to counting bars.
Mhm.
I mean,
Praise God.
yo,
You
I just realized these rappers
this
don't know how
nigga's
to
like,
count
bro.
bars.
He's like, yo, can you
bro.
take it back
Hey,
like
bro,
30
when
seconds?
you start counting bars, bro.
When
I
did-
I
when did
always
start
knew how
counting
to
bars?
count
I
bars.
started counting bars when I was 15.
Bro,
Because I felt like I had to know.
You gotta put it in the.
Yo, I listen to rap all day.
I'm not a rapper and I know how to count.
Well,
I'm
look,
saying.
I'm pretty good.
The studio we record
Nah,
at,
this
dude
dude,
say
nah,
when he
no
tell
fun, no
people
fun
like, yo, start back at like the 4th bar, they be like, and he'll just do the whole, or like start back at the 8th bar, and they'll just do the whole thing over.
That did happen when I was doing. It's funny when I was tightening up a song I was doing. The engineer I was working with, he was like, "Yo, do the last bar over." I said, "All right." So he played it, and I just did that one bar and stopped. And he was on some like, "My fault, bro. I'm so used to people like I tell people to do a bar over, and they just end up spitting their whole verse.
they
over.
don't know what that meant.
And like don't
Yeah.
even. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. But that's funny when I think about it. Like the way we learned, like when we first started rapping, my cousin Cole. But like we just kind of wrote verses. We ain't really count bars
We stopped when we felt
until we
Can I
like
ask y'all a
until
question? I'm not. This is not my podcast.
Yeah, go no.
But
We all here.
When did you guys first started counting bars? Because honestly,
now
I'm younger than y'all.
I'm starting to.
So I always seen y'all as counting bars.
we-
When I joined the group, like y'all niggas was already counting bars and taught me. So when did y'all start?
Probably like around, I would say
Yeah.
like
15.
15, 16.
15,
Like when we
16.
started doing like Fire and Lyrical Fix.
Yeah,
Pod,
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
16.
16.
When we got the beats, really?
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
Yeah, because to me, when you
fit it in
when you listen to the music kind of counted the bars for you a
Yes,
little bit.
exactly.
It did it. It
That's
was-
how we felt.
That was the format.
Exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes,
you know,
we-
also
Like within a certain like.
I have like one of my newer clients who I've been working for like a year, but he's from the islands. You get what I mean? So his whole song structure, you gotta think there's a lot of different musical backgrounds. His musical background is all reggae. He's like, bro, why can't I just hook 8 bar hook? No, 4 bars. He said something like that. Like
wow.
he just wants to say this thing real quick and get back to the vibe.
And get back to the
and
hook.
then, and
That's wild.
it's a vibe in itself. And every time he's like, yo, double now that the song's done, double it again. Like I double the whole song. Like it's the song playing twice. It's just one
It's
song.
like Papoose. And
So I'm like,
Yo,
Yes.
Nasarima.
so I'm like, maybe this is
yo.
I'm like, maybe this is island vibes or something else. But
I hear. Oh my
Thugger,
God,
thugger.
I didn't hear that shit. in so
Thugger,
long.
thugger.
I'm sorry, yo. I was.
That brought me back, bro.
Nasarima
I had
Dream.
yeah, the Nasarima Dream. Come on,
Son, that
bro.
was
Doubles on top of doubles on top of doubles.
Papoose was that dude, man.
Yo, no, it's funny. Like
wanna
one of
talk
my
about
boys,
syllables.
Like, I'm starting to realize it now. I was a huge Papoose fan.
We were OD Papoose.
like on
How
some
could
other
you
we was
not
past
be?
the we was past the level of normal.
How could you not be back in the day?
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, but a lot of dudes, but like a lot of my boys in high
Nobody
school
messed with him. It
hated
felt
him.
like.
Like,
Yeah.
bro,
At
why do you
school.
listen to this nigga? Like,
Pat versus it was Pat versus Lil
Lord,
Wayne.
To me, that he was
Yes.
he was the reincarnation of cannabis. To me, when I
he
first
was,
heard him,
he was.
That's how I felt.
Come on, boy. Yo,
That's how I felt.
Yo, but what I noticed, it's funny when I go back listen to Pap now, I'm like, yo, I just noticed some of the critiques niggas had about him back then was a little valid.
Yeah.
Like he would really rap. Like it would be a regular. Like think about what's the most peaceful beat ever. Like Pap would just rap.
Oh, Pat would go on the. I remember hearing him.
Bro.
No, you know what? I remember hearing him on the
Bro.
A. Marie. Why don't we fall in love
Dog,
beat?
it could be a Mariah Carey beat. Pap just bro, like you just start wilding on it.
Tuggle.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, he never.
then
Then K Slade, bro.
It was K-Slade for me. I'm like, Slaves, chill, bro. Just chill. Please, like,
And sometimes,
let that wow. Like,
and then
let
he
this
would
thing.
he would overdo. He would over exaggerate the punchlines too. On top of that, he's like, got kicked in your ass. That's an ass kick.
Listen,
Like,
bruh.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
hear that shit?
Yeah.
Play it again.
But yeah,
You listen. You would
Yeah,
have
and-
sworn somebody just died, bro. The way K Slade's tweaking, like, yo,
Bro,
you mother,
start
like,
bugging like,
bro,
you signed this nigga.
chill, bro.
I love like lyrically, you was ahead
That's
of his
funny.
game.
Yes.
As far as like meeting the beat, he was always over it.
Yeah,
Always
Yeah.
over
he's
it.
always over it.
Like I'm like, yo, man, come on.
It
Man.
always seemed like he just had shit like written in the tuck with no beat and just was like, I'm just gonna use this here.
Yeah,
Yo,
And that's
that,
it.
that's a great point.
Listen,
I
you
never
know what?
thought about that.
All right,
Yeah. But you
now,
always have it on
look,
your
I'm with you
phone or
right now.
notebook?
You remember, did you just see that? You seen the Jersey thing he just did?
Yes,
Nah, I didn't see
yes.
it.
I felt like he had that.
No, he did. He wrote that.
right.
And the cereal
Nah,
joint
of course
too.
he wrote it. I'm past that
You
part.
see
I'm
the
talking
one
about like
with
Oh, you
with
mean like
with
he
the
had it?
coins.
Oh,
like he
okay.
probably
what?
picked
The
it like
coins?
that.
No.
He picked out a penny and then he picked out a nickel.
Oh, no, he did it with change too. That's what's
change,
up.
yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
I love those.
I love him.
I think that's rap
That's creative.
For kids.
That's-
That's
yeah.
like I think that's the
For the kids?
entertainment. My bad.
Okay.
Well, I say
Kids,
for like
I
the
put that in the same thing.
the ones that appreciate.
All
I
right.
appreciate
Oh,
lyrics.
Right.
So the lyricists will appreciate that. Yeah.
See, this is-
No, I think the kids will think that's corny. I think a lyricist will appreciate that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
I appreciate a good like Jersey line or
I don't know.
cereal line or
like
change.
my son would probably think that's crazy, thinking like, oh
Ah, okay.
wow, he was able to
Nah, but
say
your
all
son is
of
an
them.
MC though.
Yeah.
See, it's different.
Oh, yeah,
Lyricist, yeah.
Yo, his son is an MC.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yo, no, this nigga. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
it's
I was
okay.
gonna continue. I was gonna continue.
Yeah, he came out rapping. That was crazy.
No, my bad. No, it's just like his son had a fucking like he didn't know how to write anything but his name, so
okay.
he opened the book and wrote his name.
Yo, I got that cardboard somewhere.
Oh, the cardboard. Yeah, he
took
wrote
a
his
piece of
name on the
cardboard.
cardboard and started rapping off the shit like it was something
Like
like it was something else. Man. So it's just his name, but he's rapping.
He's rapping.
He's freestyling just looking at his name.
Bro. Yeah, he
Yeah.
gave birth to an MC. So
Yeah,
I can
that's
see,
dope.
I can
That's
see him
dope,
looking
man.
at Pap and being like, "Oh, nah, I'm interested."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? My
can
bad, but continue on the way you were
That's
saying.
all good. I was just thinking like listening to Pat, like we was like 16. I was like 16 listening to him, 15, 16, 17. And I'm thinking, yo, he the greatest of all time. I guess now, like, I feel like yo, we're grown now. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's
He
not
couldn't
high
make a
school no
song
more.
for shit.
No, that wasn't his skill.
Bucket
Yeah, that
naked,
It
wasn't
wasn't
bro.
his skill.
Because we was all.
Listen,
Bucket naked,
don't
bro.
wait.
Oh my God, chill,
Funeral
relax,
and the
Mo, relax.
barrier.
Mo, we wasn't ever supposed to talk about that again. We were never supposed to talk
She
about
got
that.
a she got a bedroom
Hooks was
body,
never
bro.
hitting.
No.
They was he
Nah,
knew
that
how to
wasn't
put
it.
the song together. He would write a hook.
But it was like, but I just realized that
It just
now,
wasn't-
now that we grown, I just look back at them records like, no, they were dope. But I guess now I feel like I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
Right?
think
Yeah,
that way
yeah,
at
yeah,
16.
it's
I
that
was like,
part.
that's-
It's
that's
the I can
big.
do that about it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah,
it
I
felt
was like,
untouchable at that time.
Yeah, at that time it felt completely untouchable. Like when he, I'll never forget his.
Yeah, like,
and then when he did the when it,
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? Like at my older age, I'm starting to see the benefit of the shit that I thought was corny. You know what I'm saying?
In what way?
Okay, so like the singing whole shit, like the whole shit of the singing and like putting together all of the hooks and all
Yeah,
that
melodies.
shit. I was thinking like, oh, these niggas corny. But then one time I tried to do it, I'm like, oh, this is
It's hard.
easy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta sit here and study, you know, what these niggas is doing. You know what I'm saying? Once I got myself a little bit of education on that end.
These
I was
guys
able to,
like,
you know what I'm saying? And
like,
also, yo,
the hooks.
this guy's like, he's like, I don't like to say it a lot because he's like kind of cocky,
no.
but like, this is like kind of my mentor in a way in terms of like a lot of the shit that I do, like as far as lyricism
Hooks.
and
Hooks.
You know,
Hooks come to me like
mention that.
like nothing, bro.
We was
It's
playing
crazy.
both of your projects on the way here, and we could see the kind of similarities. Especially one of the big ones we mentioned too, because we don't even know how to call. How would you guys? What do you even call the new style of rapping? Because I feel like y'all two have been kind of like experimenting with that.
Yeah, they can
But
walk.
it's not boom bap.
No, you definitely.
It's not trap.
Yeah.
So what? But every person I speak to doesn't have a name for this for the genre. What is it called?
It's
Trapspirations.
I believe they're taking it to trap. It's trap.
It's a
Like
cousin.
technically, it's technically trap, but really, like us in particular, we are trying to more so mold the sound that we want.
Okay.
And it was really hard, like jumping from location to location and stuff like that. Now we're able to kind of more so mold stuff. So it's like the way I define like how my master sound to be is ethnic trap.
Ethnic trap. Okay.
Yeah, like it's tribal, cultural.
Yo,
I like that.
But
you gotta hear some of
it's
these
got the trap
instrumentals we're
flow,
putting together.
you know?
Like,
yeah.
like the samples he's giving me for his next album, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like
It's coming together, bro.
I feel like with real music, like these guys keep
This shit is
it.
about to be
These
crazy.
guys are they're unique enough. Like they throw the curveball. So whatever we like, me and O are kind of more the traditionalists. A
They're
little
like
bit.
pillars.
Yes.
Like so we like when you hear
Yo,
you
that
kind
shit is
of
like,
you
yo,
know what you're gonna
They
get.
make sure we don't get too far off the bush.
No, y'all good. They good. Yo, I'll be like, yo, Mo, what's that? Yo, Mo's like, yeah, it was this French band from 1986. Nigga, like he's some other nigga with that.
Yeah.
And me, we're kind of more like you know what you're gonna get from a Proetic album. You know what I'm talking about, or how I'm gonna say it. But like, but Mo does my music, and Moses is Mo could pick like. You know what's crazy? Like, if you look at like with my album, and I'm glad I could talk about this since y'all are actually familiar with it. Shout out to I feel like the minute I dropped this is good. When I put that picture out, you've been the one showing the most love. Like, yo, I can't wait to I was like, yo, I gotta put this out.
I couldn't wait.
I was like, yo, if you didn't like it, I failed.
No,
If you didn't like it, I failed.
No, I liked it.
No, I appreciate it.
No,
But
I could not fucking wait. Finish before I get on.
no, that's all good. He's next.
Right to that.
But like Mo's production style is the dynamic. I think that's what's strong. Like the intro, he did that. That was just that was straightforward.
Bet.
But then he did Fool's Gold. That was a bit
that
different.
song.
And then he did Real Love. That was another
Yo, Real Love is
curveball.
my favorite track.
Yeah.
off the
Like
album.
it was a, you know what I'm saying? I
Listen,
think
what's
the only
up,
track he ain't
I feel so good to be a part of that.
Yo,
the only
damn.
track he ain't do was Rap and Ill Town Chronicles and Winter Circle. But he did the other, and then even the part at the end, because I'm playing that at the end, like at the outro. Like I actually
you're playing
played that. But Mo helped me kind of put that together. He the one that made it sound. It didn't sound like that. Yeah, these niggas hate it. I've been playing that riff since I was like 21. I just never.
You had the one in the okay.
I was like, yo, I got to do something with this.
Now it's about to pay
Yeah.
back. Now it's about to pay you.
Yeah, now I was gonna, yeah. But like, I think that dynamic is gonna keep us in a good place. I feel like that's the strongest thing about us.
I
We're
think
all
you need
very
that.
unique.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Kid Allik's
Yeah, we
music
got our
is
own,
like he hops on the like he got a song called Nana that's real just different. It's more tribal. It's like
Yeah.
it's little And then like Mo walks the line. Mo could speak to the young niggas, but then Mo could. You hear a song like Champagne Wishes and he's going crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying Mo, he comes from our school. We taught the niggas. I showed him Tribe. I showed him
Yeah.
all the legends. So he knows all of that.
He knows all that.
So he could get down with both. And then
Honestly,
you know,
girl, I remember we played one song. It was when you were our producer, or maybe like after. And we played the one song. It was before I heard the whole album though, because I already heard the track from, the album before.
Remix coming with Ish K, by the way.
Oh, shout out to Ish.
Yeah.
I knew it because he was talking about.
his name on Instagram is Mont Blanc.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nigga, how obvious you want to make that shit? Mont Blanc ish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my name.
He did believe his
He
way
slid
into that
himself.
I'm about to change my name to Ill Town Chronicle Pro.
It's really I ain't gonna lie. It's went crazy on it. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, he went crazy.
He went
Okay.
crazy. Shout out to him.
It's crazy.
He's a romantic. you know, he's good with that.
Oh, yeah, that
with
subject
romantic.
matter.
The girl
Like, I
talk,
always
yeah.
said,
Oh,
like,
yeah, man, yeah, he's
Shinobi
big on
kinda,
that.
They know how to walk that line. They sound pretty good.
I think I would do it
Yeah.
like an EP with Ish. Like, you
That
know
would be
what I'm
crazy.
That would be fire.
That would be crazy.
That'll be fire.
No, but what I was saying before was Girl. I remember I had played it off my phone, the song, right? And next day I go in my car, I'm going to work, and the song's playing. I'm like, it was the next song. I'm like, the fuck is this? I was like, but I like it. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. Then I didn't realize I'm at 3 songs in. And I'm like, this is the same album? What the fuck? Like, I had I got to work. I was like, wait, hold on. This is the same album? Because I recognize your voice. And I heard the features and shit. But I thought it was playing back like maybe singles or something. You have so many different sounds on that one album.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That's
not that
amazing.
many different, but like it's, you offer something, and I like the whole walk the line shit. It's you do it really well.
Yeah.
No, I think that's that keeps us. I feel like our dynamic is pretty unique in regards to, like, I would say, like, in this Jersey hip hop scene. Like I feel like we're the group that could, like, we performed we did a show for Farrakhan's wife back in
Farrakhan's
2016.
wife, bro.
God damn.
Like,
Yes,
I
bro.
got 2 homies. I got two. Shout out to my homies Layla
Bro,
and Sheeta. Their
crazy.
mother knows Farrakhan. They said, we're doing it. You guys want to perform? It's like 300 people.
The Honorable
Muslim
Louis
niggas in the
Farrakhan.
nation.
God
At
damn.
that point,
man.
that was the most we had ever
Hey, yo,
performed.
Bow ties and bean pies and shit.
oh,
It don't get realer than that.
They checked us like
Bro,
10 times.
I
Every
bet.
time I went to the
Yo,
bathroom
at
and
this
back,
point, like,
Yo.
I had this thing, like, my whole image, I was wearing an American flag, like, as a bandana.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I popped in there, these
Oh,
niggas,
yeah.
these niggas is
I can
Muslim,
imagine.
so they looking at me like,
Yeah, you public
why
enemy
you
number
rocking
1.
that, brother?
Yeah.
yeah.
My brother. What?
What would that flag represent, man?
You know what that means, man? He's smiling hard as hell, but he want to whoop my ass.
Yeah.
And that's the funny shit about it. I'm like, oh my God.
put a
Like,
fedora
I
on,
hope
like,
this
you know
nigga let
what?
me slide, bro.
Nigga Mo put the fedora on and tilted it down. Like, yeah,
They remind me of that.
But my point is, like, we did that show and we were very well received.
very well received, bro.
We
Very
did
well
that show, we were
received.
very well
That's
received.
another point I was getting into, but that reminded me of that Mike Epps joke when the Muslim saw a dude eating a pork sandwich. It came around the corner. Brother, what sandwich is that? Brother, what type of sandwich is that? That shit reminded me of that. No, but you know what? It kind of brought up to a point that we talked about last time, that you guys as a group are so versatile that you could be at like a grungy ass, like hole in the wall Jersey City show. Next day, you doing a Juneteenth.
That's what I'm, and that's
Joint.
literally that.
Yeah.
The show that was literally probably like 2 weeks apart from each
Yeah.
other.
Like you doing a family and friends fun day type shit. And just the other night, you was rapping in front of gangsters and shit.
Yeah.
And
they was rocking.
And they was rocking.
But you know the one thing I think the one thing that carries over with everybody is, I think what carries over in, like, when we used to do shows with, like, what's the name? Showcase, it was called Underground Exposure. Nothing but hood, just hood niggas in there.
Right.
But they rock with us. But you know what it is? I think it's just our energy. Like we're but you like it's, we got a strong presence on the stage.
Yeah.
And that carries over. That's gonna snatch them. And then when we do these other shows, it's the content. It's the lyrics that grabs them.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? 'Cause I remember the first Underground Exposure show we did was nothing but hood niggas in there. When we got off, what was that DJ that said he was on some, bro, that was like revolutionary, but gangster.
That's what I see. That's why it's very hard to like put, and I hate doing it, but it's very hard to put a label on y'all. Like, I don't see y'all as gangster. I don't see y'all as revolutionary. I see a little bit of everything. I see y'all as family friendly.
Yeah.
But I also see y'all as y'all don't take no shit from nobody either.
No, of course not.
You know?
That kind of summarizes our town. Like,
that's just-
that kind of
Yeah,
summarizes
it's
that's the
around,
whole,
town, yeah,
like,
the
yo,
whole-
just
like,
like
yo.
when in Illtown Chronicles, if you notice in the song, I say the balance of Roselle and EO made me that decent man. Like, I was raised in Roselle. I spent a lot of time in East Orange.
Right.
That's what. So like that's my balance in regards to how I live, and then also in my music. Like, if you look at the names of my first album was called Middle Ground. This is Beautiful Dystopia.
Yeah.
It's like one here, one here.
Yeah.
Middle ground. You
Juxtaposition.
know what I'm saying?
Juxtaposition.
The juxtaposition.
You know,
like,
and it's crazy, bro. This town, like, yo, you find the most differentest cats from here, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking
For sure.
Poetic nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, all he do is he sell shea butter all day, but he been to jail like 5 times.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the type of shit. This the type of shit that we breed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just I feel like we're the most perfect representation of what Illtown is.
It's a little bit of everything, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of
it's four
everything.
of us, and we're all
And we do what the hell we want to do.
Yeah.
We
that's
don't
the other
have to
thing.
fit in with nothing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we do what we want to do. Like, that's
Yeah,
that's
we
kind
do.
of what it
The
is.
balance, I feel like the balance is what helps us appeal to the masses. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't. We're not pigeonholed in any way.
Now, do you guys?
Like he's my twin brother.
Right.
His Catharsis is not about to sound like beautiful.
Nah.
Very different.
Yeah.
I was gonna get into that a little later. Yeah. Wait, so then, all right, let me ask you then. Do you guys feel like there's any drawbacks to this, to being able to be everywhere? Is there any cons to the situation? Could it be looked at as a bad thing?
Listen, I never did. I always thought of it like, yo, this is fucking Locks 2.0. Like,
Okay.
if the Locks was
But the
like
Locks, I
in
can't
our
see-
time,
But the
And
Locks,
they
I
could
wouldn't see
drop-
them doing a kids bop. You know what I mean? Not to say that you guys
That's
would,
true.
but I wouldn't see them in a Juneteenth festival.
The Locks.
but I feel like
Maybe
maybe
Styles.
Yeah, like
Styles?
Maybe
If
just
he-
Styles. But you're right, though.
if he pushing the-
I get what you're saying.
Yo, all right. So look, they Styles. That's
Styles.
the,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
what it
they
is.
Styles.
Like that's the shit.
You on your juice cleanse? Or the alkaline water? I feel
Alkaline CrossFit. You was on the record. You know?
Yeah, I was right there with you, bro. You put me on that shit. I got off my Poland Spring. Went to Essentia.
Speaking of which, that's why I went crazy on that record. It was like, bro, you rapping after Kid Pro. So, all right.
Nigga, when you
I
said
gotta pull out all
alkaline,
the stops.
I walked
Yo,
out that goddamn studio.
I don't know if we mentioned this on Wax yet, but bro, listen. When the first time I went to Beats Meet Bars, this is a little bit off subject, but yo, meeting this guy
Oh yeah, this was funny.
changed my entire life.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here now, mind you. I'm getting all types of praise. Niggas like, your album's great.
It's a great
You're
story.
amazing. You're the best dude ever. I'm like, yeah, I know. Guys like, oh, I heard your beats. Keith Chandler's like, yo, I heard your beats. You need to come down here and play some beats. I'm like, got you, bro. Come down here. We sitting at the table. I think we got a couple of beers or whatever. It's me and Kid Pro. We sitting like kind of at the end of the table and shit. And Kid Pro, he's kind of looking like, you know, he's a regular dude, you know what I'm saying, chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
about to go crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just like, yeah, Kid Pro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're sitting, yo, listen. So we're sitting there at the table. This nigga Keith comes up and he's like, yo, we don't have enough niggas signed up. So he gave Kid Pro the sign up sheet. Yeah, he gave Kid Pro this. He's like, well, I wasn't really trying to rap today. I'm like, got this guy. I'm about to kick his ass. So we gets up to the stage, bro, and I'm like, bro, I'm about to watch this dude. He's like, I don't know. I think he had a beer in his hand.
Yeah.
He's
The
like,
whole time.
I'm like, this guy's on. He's a slouch. I'm like, all right. So you know, what I'm saying, he's like, I guess I'm about to rap. This nigga hopped on. He said, I was like, oh shit. And then I rap my little shit or whatever, and then it was like, all right, one more. And I'm like, oh, I don't have one more.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Oh, you said one more.
And then,
Okay, so these guys are going again. I'm like, yo, just play my beats, man.
This nigga
I'm
Mo was
better with
like,
this shit. And then that moment, I'm like, that's the moment. Keith Chandler, I think
It was in New Brunswick.
it was in New Brunswick.
yeah, it was in New Brunswick. Remember,
Two things
that was the
happened
first
that
time
night.
we performed rap ever.
Two things happened that night.
Yeah.
I earned respect for Keith Chandler because he brought me out there, and I'm like, oh, this about to be another one of them shits. But
yeah.
he showed me in that moment, I got real MCs. That's the first thing he showed me, and the second thing he showed me was like, I'm gonna hold you down if you are the best nigga. Like, cause he told me like, yo, next time you come, I'm gonna pay you for this shit.
Yeah, shout
I
out
was
to
like,
Keith.
are you dead ass?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
He was like, yeah, your beats were the best. I'm gonna pay you. I'm like, oh, it's like that, bro. So I'm like, okay,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie,
nah.
he's low key the plug. It's after I met Keith. I know y'all because of Keith.
Yeah.
But everybody I met after him is who I've been working with now.
Right,
Like,
yes.
a lot
guys
of
are
a lot of
serious.
niggas I worked with before, they don't even rap no more. A lot of niggas we started doing
Oh
this
my
with.
god.
It's a
Over the
shame.
years,
Like,
bro.
they just
It's
don't
a
rap no
shame.
more.
Stop it.
Rap
I've seen it
TV
happen.
die, bro.
Except
Don't
for my
matter
boy
if you make
IT,
it, bro. Rap
except for
TV
my
die.
homie IT, everybody else, I'm like, it was like, yeah, it was like a moment in time.
Start dropping like flies.
It makes you
It was
almost
dope
want to
for
cry,
them
bro.
to
It's
do.
like,
It was dope for the moment.
And I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, we have to rap.
A lot of rappers. Like,
Hey man,
Oh, I
I'm
see what
not
you're saying.
gonna hold
a
you.
lot of people came around us in this field.
And they caught the bug.
caught the bug. And
I'm
then,
not gonna hold you, man. We done got some
But,
MCs under our belt.
I just say the people that we met, like it's kind of weird. Like when we linked with Keys to True and Living, that team, and a lot of the rappers that we linked with them, I'm like, oh, these guys. Not only have they been rapping for a minute, but they really trying to. They on their way to doing something. So it's like, all right, cool. Like, not saying like nobody else wasn't, but
But you know what it was?
we didn't see any
It was
consistency till we saw like
it was guys our age or close in our age range having more integrity and doing things at a certain level that I just respected. We've worked with you. You've never
We
like
worked with
like
older
we work with all
guys,
types of different guys, but you don't like you'll see me with True and Living more now because I'm not just a type of nigga to attach myself to anybody. Like I've been around these guys enough to be like, you know what? They're genuine. They're guys of their words,
Like
and
the
they're
hustle.
about and they pay you
It's a certain amount of people you know that their word is
exactly.
their
And it took
It's like,
like
if I know you're gonna be and
how long have we
June
been
5th,
rapping?
You're gonna be there.
yeah, and how long we been MCs until we found people that's like, and then I'm like, all right, y'all are solid. That's how we met. I'm meeting more genuine people later on this rap journey. I'm like, all right, let's
Interstate
keep
runners
this.
and shit, you know.
Yeah, shout out to runners,
And then
out
you
to
find
everybody.
out also, and it's no disrespect to anybody else, but it's like you find out, like, yo, I'm telling people about that show. Come through. I explain to them what's gonna happen. I'm like, look, they're gonna throw you other beats that you may not be used to, but if you got rhymes already memorized, you be straight.
Yeah, facts.
Motherfuckers don't come. They don't go.
They don't.
They
go.
don't want to show up.
They don't go.
But they good to rap on their own beats in their studio and perform their songs. Cool. But if you want to test your skills, you want to show that you dope, come to the show.
So this is something else that I've recently learned within like the past 2 or 3 years. A lot of artists are completely comfortable and content being fire within their circle.
Absolutely.
So like, all right, I'm gonna go to my man's open mic, then I'm gonna go to my homegirl's open mic. I could kill it here, I could kill it there, and I'm good. I will not dare go to New York and do. I don't know what they're gonna say out there.
Right.
And I noticed that with us, we was kind of like we were going out to New York. And
I went to New York
Philly.
first.
Yeah,
I
I'm
went to New
saying
York
like,
first.
and then
We
we
That's
super
what I was gonna
uncomfortable.
say, yeah.
And you know, and we always, because we felt like, yo, how else are we gonna really test out, you know, our skills unless we go to other places where they're not used
Yo,
to. Like,
shout
from
out to
Jersey.
Philly, by the way.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Philly's like
Philly's
our biggest
amazing.
Love
I
it.
can
I
say
love
this
it,
shit
man.
Philly's
every
amazing.
every
time.
day, every single day of my life, bro.
But
Shout out to Philly.
We,
Philly
but
is
we
my
definitely
favorite.
learned that a lot of artists aren't as serious
hip-hop,
as
bro.
everybody
They get
else.
it. They understand
Yeah,
it.
they
Show out there.
You should throw it in
Yo,
They
No,
understand
I'm
hip
actually-
hop, bro. Oh man, I love Philly. Yo.
So
Oh, yeah,
it
but
was
that's about
the
20 minutes
show.
away.
So yeah, like before I started the actual Check It, I was working on I'm like, all right, before I actually do this, all right, I'm gearing up. I want to start doing at some point outdoor festival type shit, right? Yeah. And then also I want to hit Philly. I'm close enough to New York, even though New York is, to me, it was not easy, but I know so many people out there, it would be easy for me to get everything together and all that shit. I really want to hit up Philly. That was like my main goal. I have family out in Camden that hooked me up with a spot. I'm like, all right, I'll do the show here. It didn't
work out.
No.
Not really.
No, it was the audience. It was a bunch of not even casual fans. It was a bunch of people that just wanted to be out because it's a lounge.
Right.
So and that was my first time ever doing a show at a place that's open instead of me renting.
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah.
can I tell you about like all right? So the show
But I
that we
want to hit
did,
Philly though.
the show that we did, I think the benefit that we had
Yeah.
was that the audience, like you said, was specifically geared towards the things that we were doing.
Towards the event, towards
Not only that,
hip-hop,
but there's a lot. There was a lot of like people who were like students of music at that time, like at that very time, like they were going to school for music, or they were just in music programs at their high school, and they were coming through just to see some good shit going down. You know what I'm saying? These are cats who were staying around till the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about niggas was closing chairs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These
Getting on
this.
the train together and shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, we got on
we
a
got
train
on
with
the
these.
train.
Yeah, we got on a train with these
like,
guys. Yeah.
word
Shout out to YBE.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
it was what you call it? It was a black.
Young Black experience, man.
No, the bookstore. That
Oh,
was,
Black and Nobel.
Black and Nobel. Yeah, Black and
and
Nobel.
Nobel.
That was the venue. Was held at.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now, like I got a spot. What we're doing, and it's Yosinova, the producer of Kidova. Me and him, he's my partner for like the Philly show. So we're gonna set up like a mixer, reach out to a bunch of Philly people, get like a bunch of like our people down there. Once we get it all set up, I was gonna talk to you guys about that. But a bunch of the people that we know up here that are willing to drive to Philly and don't mind it. Because even like
Right.
S double,
It's not
like
bad.
it's a 2-hour drive, which is nothing. But some people, it's I don't know if it's too much of a commitment to them or just.
But
it's-
for people from Philly are really
done it,
cliquey. That's another thing I heard about as well.
Yes, I heard that. That's why I'm
very
thinking
much
if I do the mixer and maybe try to, I can, I don't know. But I really want to tap into that and see the artists out there.
Right.
For sure.
Nah, there's some dope artists. To get back to you, I don't know if we ever answered your question in regards to it being like the cons of being
Oh, that's right. Damn, we went off topic.
Yeah, like crazy.
Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus.
shit.
That's all good.
Yeah,
That's not
well,
even that's
that
not
was
even
like
you.
an hour ago.
We're good for that. Yeah,
That's what a podcast is. That's what a podcast is, bro.
But you wanna know what's crazy? I don't know if I could find one. I'm trying to think of. I don't know if that even really ever hurt us. You know, I think the only thing
Like you're not getting pigeonholed.
Yeah, we're not.
pigeonholed.
I know at some. I feel like at some joints that I do, like I feel like we were always like the younger guys with the older souls. I felt like we did more like our records were a little more mature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
regards to what we were talking about, and people always ask you, how old are y'all? Because we started really doing shows. We were like probably like 18, 19, most like 16. So like when we do songs that's about like, you know, the industry and how we're gonna keep up, you know, are we gonna have the limelight and still be the same people that we are and doing songs like that, or so, you know, we were those kind of guys.
The content was grown up.
The content was exactly,
yeah.
but we was around, you know, but you know, after that would be a guy that get up there and the crowd will go crazy over him just, you know, jumping up and down.
I hate that shit.
I'm a product of the club, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Motherfuckers bring
nigga.
5 other motherfuckers with them. They
But
don't got a
that's
mic
when
and
you
they jump
realize
around.
the other aspect of performance.
Performance, yeah.
These
Yeah,
guys,
yeah. Exactly.
they're going crazy up on there. You realize people could have been anywhere tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and they're here.
But I've seen guys
So climb on the shit.
I've done enough shows to see guys go crazy and
Yeah.
in the crowd still don't rock with them because they just kind of, I mean, they got their attention, but it's like their energy is not making the crowd hype. They're going so crazy. They're just in awe that it's happening. Yeah. So they're just like, it's like, oh, there's a lot going on, and then it's
Yeah,
over.
like perfect example of that. We was doing a show in East Orange. What was that club we was at?
Miss G's?
No.
We only performed these songs like.
No, there was another club. It was a High 97 thing. Remember that shit?
In East Orange?
In East Orange, yeah, man.
Wait, no, I'm not thinking of Artist Vibes.
No.
That was
No, there was a High 97 type thing going on. It was a radio thing, and remember the
East Orange,
the
that's
Slime
crazy.
Gang? What was the name of them niggas?
I do remember them. Slime. They were Slime something.
Slime, and they had the towels and
They
everything.
had the towels and shit, yeah.
Slime Squad.
This is a wild.
They were
this is a
dope.
wild before.
Mr.
Slime Gang?
Not Miss G's.
What's Miss
Before that, these niggas.
Slime
Nope. It was
Slime Army.
187. Homie. 187.
187 homicide slime.
Oh, right across
I'm
from
guessing.
Sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Right across from Sandwiches Unlimited. I forgot what that shit was called.
Oh
187
my God.
Homicide was
yeah,
there.
it used to be CIC, and now
level 10. It was
and now
Level-
it's level 10.
That's what it's called?
It changed, I think, again.
we I don't
We
remember
performed
Yeah,
there.
we performed
We
once.
performed there. Yes, we performed one time there.
One motherfucking time.
Yes, we did.
I think
We came through the back. Yeah. Remember, they wasn't trying to let me in because I was.
a little early.
They was trying to let me in because I had my ID.
Nah,
Yo,
No, bro, it was High 97. It was some
it
other
was
shit.
some other shit,
Yeah.
bro. Some little contest.
But it was a contest.
I
Yeah.
don't remember this. No, go ahead.
I think Wolfgang Jock was
And he
there.
came with the chains and shit.
He
that
came
day.
in a fucking. He was in a fucking Jason mask. He came on the stage or some shit like that.
I went to
Nah, if you don't remember this,
I
then
went to
y'all
that
weren't there.
same
Listen,
club,
that's-
but I
then
went
you
for,
weren't there.
I went
You don't
for
remember nigga named
Underground's
Jason.
Go Ham for $2
Hold on.
grand.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
it
about?
could have been go ahead for $2,000.
But I didn't perform.
Oh,
I
it
just,
might have been
we
200
just
for
no,
$2,000.
we just went though. We didn't perform. We just
No, we
went.
performed.
I didn't perform for that. The one I only went to one of those and I ain't performed.
Did we perform?
Nah.
All I'm gonna say is there was a nigga. All I'm gonna say is there was a nigga. I'm sorry. All of that shit, right?
It's all good. Just know that. Just know that you're wrong. Okay.
That's Max. We was in the building.
No, we were there. We was in the building.
I'm gonna tell you this.
We drove there.
There was an artist. the main part about that was there was an artist who was climbing the rafters. The funny shit about it was
You talking about fucking? That's Baru.
That's Baru. Boy,
Newark.
you're mixing up the shows.
Yeah.
Bro. You mixing like. Oh, remember the nigga from Boo that climbed the joint?
Yeah,
He climbed the
Baru.
joint. But that was an ironbound
He had
in
the
North.
big booty.
That was an ironbound in North.
Wait, what did I find?
And the nigga-
yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
So the nigga tried to steal my
Nigga
bag.
trying to take it
Yes,
back.
yes. The nigga tried to steal Mo's bag.
Oh yeah. I was setting up the
Yeah, I
whole
remember
wrong
that.
show. My
Yeah,
bad.
Wrong show.
It's all good. But I know.
So,
I
but
remember
the
that.
nigga, he tapped me on the shoulder. He was like, "Yo, bro, you think I can climb that?" I'm like,
Facts.
I guess, bro. But I was saying all that to
Like,
say,
you
I
built
remember
this
that whole
spot?
shit, but ask me one of his lyrics.
He did it.
I don't remember none of his lyrics
None
to the
of his
shit.
lyrics.
That's
a shame.
That's another important thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That it's a mix. Like, you can't just.
You
can't just be tweaking.
That is one thing I'm happy about. Like, yo, niggas be
Make it
remembering,
relate
like,
to.
at
I'm a
least one of my
climb on the
lines.
rafters.
Like,
Climb on-
Yeah,
like, make it relate.
I'll
Trying to
never
say it back
forget.
to me,
I think
like-
one show I remember when me and him went out to our boys, they had a show at the Blue Room in Secaucus.
Yeah, I know that place. Yeah,
Yeah,
next to AJ's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to, and I remember we started.
Yeah,
What's the
it's a shame.
Was it What You Gonna Do? The song? It's on your album. Absolutely. But I remember when he started performing, I just saw everybody go like this. Yeah. I'll never forget.
Who did that?
Just the crowd. They just started listening.
Oh shit!
The whole time they was kind of vibing.
It was an open feeling because like we did a
That's some funny shit.
The guys they had a
Nigga
song,
said,
and we was on their song, we rapping, and it was lit. And then I started doing my song, and I was getting just what I thought I had.
And the stage is huge.
Everybody was feeling it. And everybody just kind of started like,
y'all song to listen. Yo, I'll never forget it, bro.
I was like, yo,
I'll never forget it.
It made me feel weird. I'm like, yo, man, they really listening.
Yeah.
So I started going off a little bit more, and.
But here's the thing, bro. When you go to these joints, they don't expect for somebody to really be rapping. They kind of just they want it for a vibe. But then hear somebody just kind of dicing up words and stuff. It's like, oh wait, he's really talking.
Underground Exposure. And then me and you did Hades. Remember that shit?
Yes.
And then what you call it? And then Shorty was in the front. She was uninterested in everything. But I started my shit and the bass line hit. And she was like, "Oh shit, bars."
Yo, first thing she said, bass line.
Yeah.
And I was like,
she knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and she was
yeah.
vibing with us the whole show.
The whole joint.
And I got off stage. I hugged her immediately. Like, thank you, thank you for understanding.
For that energy.
I got a con.
Oh, okay. All right.
Back to that question.
The
Mics.
mics.
We could never get
yo.
I never get a fucking good sound system there. That was it.
Yeah.
Yo.
The last show.
Check It was the only place that had consistently 3 mics.
Yeah.
Yes.
All we need is 2 or
All we
3.
need is 2. We practice for 2.
That's how we.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll have another mic, you know?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
bare minimum, I'm gonna have 2.
That's okay. That's perfect.
That's it. You
That's
shouldn't
perfect.
have 3 mics at the same
Like,
time anyway.
If you have 2, that's cool. 2, that's fine.
Yeah.
3 is optimal. 4 is like, oh, you're the best nigga that exists.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh wow.
We all got our own mic. Sometimes I don't know what to do when I got my own mic.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
y'all
You're so
Yeah.
prepared to not have one.
Y'all all just singing doo-wop at one point. Then if you got 4 mics.
Yo, it's been a show. I'll never forget a show. There was, yo man.
There was
There was one show we did. They were like, yo, bro. And the funny part is, we always,
we got a feature.
the 4 of us, bro. We always find out right before we get on stage. Oh, yo, by the way, guys, 1 mic. Yo, good luck.
Yeah, good.
Good luck. Like, come on, bro. And then now we up there. Now we up there looking like New Edition, trying to looking like Boys to Men, trying to share. I'm like, look. Like, yo, bro, seeing 4 dudes share a mic, bro.
It's very
I hated it
uncomfortable.
because, like, we like, all right, look, we was on, our mind state was, look, the show must go on.
You gotta keep doing it.
You gotta keep it going.
We gotta
So
go.
now we just siphon around the mic.
Yeah.
And then we would write in and out. So, like,
Because we want to keep the show entertaining, obviously.
I'm doing.
yesterday. Like,
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
do that song with 1 mic.
Can't do it.
Jumping in and out.
You got to sacrifice a
But
bar.
It's crazy.
more than 5 times I watched these these people perform with 1 mic.
Yo, there was one show. It's funny. We did at La Rouge Lounge show called it was Vibes in the City, and we did that, and they told us like, yo, bro, we only got 1 mic. And we had to be like, all right, look, bro, we doing yesterday. I said, yo, DJ. I said, cut the music. Yo, everybody cut it off. And we dropped the mics. And we just said, yo, we dropped the mics.
Improvise, yeah.
And it made, and people got more involved. They started clapping.
They'll love you way more, bro.
Way more, yeah.
That happened to me at Baru, too.
Yeah. Oh, it was even that was even worse. That was even worse.
That was Baru?
Song just got cut.
The
That was
whole
Baru, too? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking that's level 10.
Like at least 3
a couple times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Kid Allik was performing his song and
The shit just cut.
cuts off. I'm talking about silence.
Silent,
like
right? I'm
mid-track.
And any artist would be on some. I've been at shows, the artists, the music cut off, and they be like, yo, bro, we out.
Yo, the DJ
Yeah,
on
walk
some
off the stage.
bullshit.
Yo, remember that Essence County
Yo,
show?
the DJ
That's
on
what I'm
some
talking about.
Cut out, the niggas bounced. They was like,
Like,
yeah.
And I understand it, but yo,
Yeah,
I just
I just rapped the whole
Just kept
song.
going, yeah, as you should.
And the crowd
They
had so
loved
much
it, bro. They
respect
loved that
for
shit.
him. Keep going.
That made them more lit than the actual music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a beautiful thing.
But that's definitely.
But I think it's also reading the room because that
Yeah,
wasn't.
that shit was crazy. Like his
Yo, I don't know.
moving. I didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was performing surgery on his laptop. That shit was crazy.
It read out. I don't know what
It's like, yeah, like,
it's
yo.
spinning the other way. I don't know. I'm like, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that's happened to me before.
Yeah.
My DJ's I guess his laptop or some shit. I don't know. Something overheated.
Something.
Just Done.
Damn.
And the one artist got so tight, and there were other artists there, because Check It is mostly just like an artist thing. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how I can get casual fans to go, but like, it's just an artist thing, creatives. So the other, like, there's some people that are there as he's about to walk off, he's all mad and shit. Like, the fuck are you doing? We still want to hear you. Just do it a cappella. Like,
Right.
just go back. Or like the mics. I had at another show, the mics side on me. We forgot to get the batteries, so I had my friend run out and get me new batteries and shit for the wireless, and we're just like, just do it. I'll get everybody to be quiet.
But you know, I think that has something to do with ego, man. I think.
For sure.
You want to be heard as the most powerful and the most, you know,
Right.
what I'm saying? And you want to make sure your show is the greatest and the best. You know what I'm saying? And here's my thing. Like when I'm up there, my ego is dead. I could care. Of course.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. I like to keep it to a point where it's like, listen, it's not about me right now. It's about putting on the best show. So if something messes up, I gotta roll with these punches or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta roll with these punches, and I gotta still within this use this as a plus.
Yeah.
I'll start gunning the DJ. I'll start doing this or that.
He did that once. Yo,
Yeah.
we was at Pop once, and DJ took forever. We just started telling jokes.
We was just also like,
I was like, yo, this.
don't y'all hate when it,
When niggas be like, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
I was like, don't y'all hate when niggas be like, how y'all doing tonight? Y'all look beautiful. Clap it up for yourselves. Don't y'all hate them type niggas? Like, we was doing that shit. Like, we was getting everybody
I do
laughing.
the same shit. Sometimes you gotta improvise and talk shit.
You see, Pro, dude, he's like a wizard at that.
Yeah, man. I do a little.
I forget until we
I'll do
started
some
this. I
stand-up.
completely forgot about his fucking shit at the Raven Room. That's the first time I think I seen his like crowd work. I'm like, he was like, yo, shout out to them niggas over there.
Yeah.
Talking through my shit.
Yeah.
Liking some shit he did. That's how he made it.
Yo,
Yeah.
showcase etiquette.
I was
man.
like, yo, man, that's like respect.
Hey, cool kids in the back. How you liking that? All right. Yeah, same like that, and just like make them feel awkward. Yeah, and bring them to the stage.
And it was funny.
You involved, man.
Yeah.
It started trickling to the front, yo. Man.
Yeah.
That last shit you did was.
And then they show me love at the end of the night. Like, yo, I didn't know, man. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know.
No.
And yo,
you know
It was
now.
fire. But you want to know what's crazy? I think another thing why the acapella thing won't, why a lot of artists won't gravitate to that is because think about how most artists perform today. They perform over their songs and they just ad-lib it. So imagine they're gonna be like, yo, they're not gonna have any faith in just their voice alone.
Yeah,
It's like, nah, I hear the record that the studio produced and I'm just dancing, having
Oh
fun.
yeah, no, we got a strong opinion about this one.
Let's hear it.
Wait, let me make sure. 'Cause my voice is a little loud. My
Let's
voice
go,
is a little
Mama
loud.
Bear.
I am.
Take a quick break.
Okay, after this, we gotta take a break. Yeah, because we've been running long. Vocals on tracks. No, just no. Like at least lower them. If they're lower,
Yeah, okay.
like I've accepted. Okay. Because in the beginning, I just had like, what are you doing? What, like, this sounds bad. What? Yeah. No, I think the worst of it, vocals on the track, if it's not lowered, I had somebody, my cousin's artist, who came in, and this is like his second time at my show, and he brings his girl who's featured on it, and she's a singer. I've seen like her little videos on her Instagram, and this is like years ago. And I think now she has like some confidence. Before she was still new to it, but she had an amazing voice.
Right.
Until the track comes on, I hear his vocals, and I had said prior to that, and I used to joke on him all the time. I'm like, all right, diva. Like I used to call him. So he broke down that little ego shit. He used to like try to front niggas and all that.
Yeah.
So he broke down that with me, and he was like, man, okay, like I get it. No, okay, I have him lowered. He didn't lower them. But I was like, if you're going to have her on, I almost said her name. If you're going to have her on there,
It's gonna
just,
get spicy.
I was like, remember to just take her vocals out of it. Make sure like we can hear her singing, because I heard her sing. It's going to be fire. Like I heard the song too. The hook comes on. She's lip singing.
Oh, there we
And
go.
it's really bad.
Oh.
Really bad. Like it's like and I didn't realize, all of a sudden like her part comes on, and I'm working the crowd. I turn around, I'm just like, even like my videographer turned like, what the fuck? I was like, pay attention. Don't like, you're supposed to be filming, but she got so caught off guard. The whole, like I had to edit it out, but like you see the camera going off and then shit
I'll
like
track
that.
a little bit, yeah.
Everybody though,
Yeah,
as
that's-
I'm there in the crowd and everybody's looking at me and I'm like, I don't know. You can tell she wasn't mouthing it right, and then she would try to sing some of it, but not all of it. So singers, absolutely not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Rappers, like lower it, just lower it.
Yeah.
Just have it
Yeah.
lower.
I think that works.
Oh,
Yo, you want to know what? Like,
Show tracks,
You know
period.
what's the craziest thing? Here's the thing, and I always bring it back to the beginning, because the thing that you need to realize is we're mimicking something that's been going on for a while, and we've been innovating on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a band before, and you were the vocalist.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So enhance that aspect of it. Don't go to the point where you're trying to rap over your song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say I haven't done it before.
Yeah, we've done it,
I've
but
been-
we
I've been-
got past that.
Yes.
Like, yo,
I
But
try.
you know what's crazy?
it's a,
Because
it's a,
it's a live performance.
it's a
Yeah,
performance.
I
and
It's
try
not
not to-
supposed to be
what I've
perfect.
noticed
It's
is
not
that
supposed to sound like the track.
Yeah.
Some artists, they and I don't know if it's intentional or not, but they hide behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
You can hide behind a dope
Yeah.
song. The
Yeah,
song could-
facts.
Just the song could just play, and you could just kind of be you'll be in. You're like a Flavor Flav to your song.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
like you're being an addict.
Yeah.
You hyping your own song.
No,
up.
I've
You know what I'm saying? It's
I've
like-
seen that before, and even not just my show, but like going around and working shows and shit like that, and networking. I've seen that happen before, and I've learned not to be so harsh about the vocals on the tracks. That's why I'm like, okay, let me not before I'd be like, just make sure this is a show mix, or just
Yeah, because I remember I remember back in the real quick. I remember
We'll
we
break
did
after this.
Back at the I don't know how many years ago this was, but somebody after we performed, they said, "Yo, that was dope, man. That sounded like a real show." Yeah. But that's because we were the only guys there that was rapping
had
on
a
the
show.
instrumental
Boom.
of the, and it
Boom.
was just our voices.
It's either an echo, or you're not matched, or you
Right.
don't even sound the same.
And God help you if you're not
Yeah.
matching your lyrics.
Oh my god.
Yo, and that's
Oh, and I was saying that's just the educational piece. I think it's because of like how rapidly we're able to record and stuff like that. I don't think people even understand the show track part. They get the show and they're like, all right, I got the song right here.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? There's nobody to tell them, yo, you need a show track if you're going to go on stage.
Yeah.
We had this
You know what I
education
mean?
for a minute. Like,
Yeah, we had
These-
that part for a while though.
These
Like,
guys got to be really schooled to how there's a real etiquette and process to how this really should be done effectively. Granted, people like to do their thing on their own, and it might work for them. But I feel, I mean, me kind of more as a traditionalist, I feel like there's a way to go about certain things to make sure that it moves as effectively as you want it to be.
The pioneers have taught us not to go over our lyrics.
I mean,
And I
come
think
on,
that
man. I
message
like
has
listening to the
gotten lost.
OGs, man.
Yeah.
Let's listen to the
Yeah.
OGs, man.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break because we doing pretty good here. So we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with real music after this.
That's supposed to be this record towards a specific person, and we just didn't do it. By the way, we should have did it.
Who was the diss track
A
again?
nigga, our first song we did called Fire, some nigga that went to Chantel school
Yeah, the nigga
said
from
it was
West
whack.
Side.
And we
just
wrote,
randomly
bro,
was like, yo, them
his
niggas
name,
whack.
bro, he was a
You know,
rapper.
he was like,
His name was Nightmare.
Let's go to the studio.
Bro, his name was Nightmare. We came up with all kinds of, bro, I was like,
Y'all slipping his name and shit?
Carly was like,
Bro, I
nigga
put the
claim you was,
gunshots in the
nigga
shit.
claim
I
you
was
a
like, yo, we
nightmare,
about
but
to
he
tweak
just,
on this
nigga
nigga.
claim you a nightmare, but he just a dream. And like, and I had a whole, it's quite clear, I don't fight fair with Nightmare, stop his ass out with Nike is, I leave him right there. We was going crazy on this day and never did it. Like, to this day, bro, if we did,
So you ain't a nightmare, you a
Off
fantasy.
off topic, guys. How do you guys feel about the name for this episode? We call it Trapspiration.
Yeah.
Or the first one was Nas be Nazin. I thought
Nas
yo,
be
that was
Nazin.
hard.
Yeah.
That
Nas
was,
be
both,
Nazin.
I ain't gonna lie, both.
Y'all come up with titles
Both of
what
them,
somebody
no.
said.
Yeah.
in the-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually the
It's
best way to do it.
It's whatever we say the most.
I
Either
got you.
the same phrase, or, yeah.
Or something funny that came up, Nas be Nazin, Trapspiration. That's how we come up with it.
Two solid-
Yeah, I'm not gonna say either one. I think feel like a fit.
And then we'll probably just get a picture of all of us together. We'll use that as the cover.
Yeah, of course.
Dope,
I'm
dope,
with
dope,
that.
dope.
And we was just doing some natural talk, so we was recorded. So we're going to get right back into episode 94
I'm with it.
Lyrical Fix. We're here with real music.
93.
93? 94?
93.
Excuse me,
consistency. That consistency.
93, yeah.
94,
That consistency, though.
Yeah, man. Pretty
That
soon we're doing our
commitment
100th
with-
episode spectacular. I don't know what we're going to do.
do for that? Y'all
We have no idea. I don't
We
know.
gotta do something. We gotta plan
I
something.
might wear some Timbs and a I might not wear a hat.
Bro, I'm not
I'll
gonna Nah, you gotta be in all, bro.
I'm gonna be in all white.
What that mean? What that mean?
Coke White Pro? Oh, boy, you
White
ain't ready
Pro,
for that.
chill.
Cocaine Pro? Nah,
Cocaine, yo.
Niggas ain't ready. Niggas ain't ready for that.
Yo, wear Colombian soccer jersey.
Yeah, I do that on the regular. That's me. Yeah, I do that on the regular. That's me.
Cocaine Pro
Cocaine
sounds
Pro, yeah.
deadly.
Did you see the game? You saw Argentina.
I ain't
Come on.
man. I ain't.
You know.
Yeah, I was actually watching that. At the
But
bar.
when you go against the GOAT, when you go against the GOAT, Messi, that's what you get.
Yeah, man.
You get schooled. You know what I mean? He made us look like little elementary school kids.
Yeah.
It's messy though, man. Like
That penalty shootout, we was talking mad shit to the goalie. He was laughing after we scored on him. And he's like, yeah, try that shit again. And then after we got blocked, the goalie was in our face laughing. And Messi was back in our face like, yeah, laugh now. That little short nigga telling you laugh now.
Wow.
Looking up at niggas, laugh now, laugh now.
Disrespectful.
You up
1-0, that was it.
the 5-foot goat.
The
5-foot goat.
Yeah, I was at the bar.
Oh, yeah,
I was,
yeah.
I was at the Ainsworth in Hoboken, and niggas was going crazy.
Yeah, yo, we take our soccer serious, man.
Oh no, come on, it's
That's the
different.
country.
And that's the Copa America. It don't get bigger than that
Yeah,
as
that's
far
a
as
fact.
South
That's a
American countries. You know what I mean? We take that shit serious. But
While we're on soccer, it's just funny. So so I'm trying to figure out, okay, how long is this soccer match right now, right? Yeah. And my friend just looks at me like, are you really asking? Because I know sports and shit. It's like, are you really asking me this question? And I look at him, I'm like, I'm Caribbean. We don't play soccer. We play baseball. I'm Puerto Rican Dominican. We play baseball. I don't know shit about soccer. Like I don't know. No, I barely know baseball. I'm football and basketball. Like barely
Must
know.
know both.
yeah, a little bit of
Baseball
soccer.
and soccer. That's the top two.
The top two, yeah.
Top two.
And then other shit.
Oh,
Haiti is soccer, and I didn't know too.
Oh my god.
It's the world sport. It's the world's most popular sport. Yeah, the real football.
Football.
Yeah, man.
Nah, for real.
90 straight minutes of just running.
That's
The score could be that score was 1-0 when Argentina was scoring one goal.
Yeah, no, that was it. Yeah. Because
Like,
I don't know that much about soccer, but I can watch it and just be fully entertained because this shit is insane. It's so intense. So intense. Like the majors, it's insane what they do.
It's the beauty of it is the buildup of a play happening.
Facts.
Cause you'll go like maybe 80 minutes without nothing happening, but it's getting so close, and it finally happens. Everybody just goes off, and that's what the meaning of soccer is, I guess, in a sense. You know, because if you see a high scoring game, it kind of loses its energy.
The value, that's a fact.
But it's that one goal that shit'll tear the fucking roof off.
Tell me about like when he was in Haiti, like there was certain guys that if they'll lose a game, they had to change their clothes when they left because it's like, yo, you letting us down. Like you let us the country.
Yeah.
It's different when you represent the nation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
They
some
get their
guys
ass
like,
beat in the
yo,
parking lot.
My father-in-law, like my wife's father, he was a goalie for the national team in Haiti. So when he goes down there, he's kind of the man.
Yeah.
That's why he's some flashy nigga here. But like, you know, no, he is. He's just like, you know,
That's why he
what's
flashy
up.
here.
Yeah, nah, it's a fact. But like, so the energy is around it is different. It's like, yo, when you lose, it's like, damn, bro, you lost.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, real quick, it's one of the scariest things that ever happened and made me like think twice about soccer. But it happened back in '94 when the World Cup was here in the USA, and Colombia played USA. And I don't know if y'all know about this. There's a player named Andres Escobar, and this is around the time that Pablo Escobar was doing his thing in Colombia.
Boy.
So you know, it's a big deal. The World Cup's in the USA. Mad people watching it. I forget how old I was. I was young as fuck. And the Colombia USA game is happening. This dude, Andres Escobar, he's playing defense for Colombia, accidentally puts the ball in his own goal.
Oh my God. That's
Colombia loses the game.
That's
Right?
like-
Colombia loses the game. They're out of the tournament. He goes back to Colombia about a week and a half later. He's at a nightclub, gets shot and killed in the parking lot.
Oh shit.
What?
I'm about to say, bro, that's like
It's a
suicide.
true story. ESPN did they did a 30 for 30 documentaries. There's a tale of the two Escobars, and they go over this.
Yo.
But basically, it was that they were so hung up on this, and they took the shit so serious that if you fuck up, you face the consequences, and you couldn't fuck up more than scoring on your own goal.
Yo, bro, that's like
That's the worst.
The word.
bro,
And he was
come
the
on,
captain. He was the most beloved Colombian player. He was all about the kids and shit. This was like the version of Captain America, Captain Colombia. Like he was that dude.
Yeah.
And for him to get gunned down, nice guy, family man. He was just at the club enjoying himself with his teammates,
Chilling.
trying to relax after the loss. And then he got taken out, man. And then shit was just wild after that. And motherfuckers got scared.
Hell
And
yeah.
that's how serious they take this shit.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
crazy.
different.
It's different, man. But that's a sports
It's like
shit.
you lost for the whole country, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the World Cup.
Yeah.
it's the country, and then it's a lot of people's money on the line.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Money, a lot of futures in that, businesses.
A lot of everything decided. They
Yeah,
like,
two Escobars. damn.
Yeah. The tale of two Escobars.
My son Escobar is gonna hold it
If you,
down.
I think it's on Netflix. They got the whole 30 for 30 series.
I
I
gotta
think
say
maybe.
that. Yo, I learned.
Yeah.
Yo, I became like I think I learned at least like 30, at least maybe 30% of the Spanish language is watching Narcos. I got hooked on that
Yeah,
shit.
man. That's a good way
That
to
shit.
learn. Soap opera's a
What?
good way to
Oh
learn.
my God, I couldn't. Yo, I watched that shit for 5 hours. I couldn't. I was too hooked on that shit. It was amazing.
It's good. They got DE agents that are like consultants, so it's like true to life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta see that.
They got. Only thing that bothered me about that show was the dude that played Pablo isn't Colombian.
Oh, he's not.
He's not.
What is he?
Word.
He's it's like Portuguese, either Brazilian or from Portugal. So he's got that accent and he's trying to speak.
Wait, so
Colombian.
he's not even Hispanic?
He's not really Colombian. No, he's Hispanic, but he's not Colombian. So
I mean-
he don't got the accent.
He's from Brazil.
Oh, all right. I mean,
You know
cause
what I
like you gotta be like you gotta.
It's
at
like you.
least
It's like
be-
you got a black dude to try to play a Haitian guy. He don't got the Haitian accent.
Right.
So you can kind of tell.
Definitely. But like that's at least.
I don't know. Brazilians, they're
Bro.
in South America.
Bro, where you from? Bro?
I guess.
What's
I'm
your nationality?
I was born in Colombia,
Right.
and I moved to the States when I was 8 months old. So I'm pretty much American.
Oh, so you. All right,
So that's why I don't have an accent.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You were born out there. I didn't know you was
I was born out there. Yeah, came here 8 months. My mom just decided to like drop everything and come over here. My dad came a year before. He got himself a job set up.
Oh,
My
that's
mom
lit.
said
He's Colombian too.
he's Colombian too. Yeah, yeah. He was playing soccer. He became a chef, living in Morristown. So I was just growing up in Morristown, and that's where I got like my first
Wow.
taste of America. And then it just
Dope.
ended up being raised in Parsippany,
Colombia, that's South America though.
Colombia, South America.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, right on the equator.
You say you Puerto Rican and Dominican?
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my Spanish niggas. I
What a
lived in North
mix.
North for like a year and a half.
Yeah, we a
I lived
little
in
we
North
crazy.
North for a minute and a half.
I was a Spanish
Part of
nigga.
it.
I was
She's
a Spanish
Dominican
nigga
and
for a
Haitian.
year and a half.
For at least a
Yeah.
year.
Her father's Dominican. Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay,
Que lo que?
that's their shit. Oh my God.
No, I remember
Dímelo, vaina allá.
he'll like do the Dominican slang with me, and I know it, but I just look at him like I'm not really that Dominican. I'm not
be
even
like
that
that.
Puerto Rican. Yeah.
All right, yo, we got let's move on though, because we got a couple other things to talk about with the Real Music Crew.
Let's get
Rhymes
into it.
equal actual life. Yes, sir. Now, we've heard if you've been following the Real Music Crew, you notice that not everybody has dropped a project as of yet. So the one that's left right now
Yeah.
is Olive.
Yes, sir.
And the album is called this Catharsis or
Catharsis.
Catharsis. Okay, first let's
Catharsis,
start
yes,
off
sir.
with the meaning of catharsis. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, man. So, man, I came up with this name. This is probably back in, it had to be like 2011, 2010 or 11. So, it's funny. I came across this word. I'm like, yo, this word is deep. When I looked it up, I forgot where I first read it. And it said, and the definition of the word is, it's like it's expression of art. It's pretty much like expressing yourself through a version of art.
Okay.
Or like purgation, like, through music or through anything, through any form of art, like
Right.
self-expression, but through art. I'm like, man, that's deep. I should throw that in a verse somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, the word is too dense. I should probably make a song named Catharsis. And I'm like, nah, this should probably be my first album name because naturally, I'm just always been like a in my thoughts, overthinker. I was like, I think this should represent what my first album is gonna be about. I said, if I do a debut album, I gotta call it Catharsis and just speak about the emotions and thoughts that I just have on a daily basis. And I always, and the way I planned on writing it was like each song would represent a particular emotion.
Okay,
And
so it's more of a concept album in a sense.
kind of, yeah, in a sense,
Okay.
yeah. So it's funny because and I started writing for this album back then, and I had there were songs that I wrote. I think I got up to probably about like 4 or 5 songs that I put together. That and how we are as artists, like we write songs. We feel like it's old to us, so since it's old to us, it's old to everybody else.
Right.
So we start scrapping it and start creating new stuff, and which I kind of regretted because I felt like if I kind of took the reins on it and just threw everything out when I did it, I probably have a complete album by then.
Right.
But I held back, and I started creating more songs, and once I started linking with new producers, new artists, I started rewriting a lot of songs, and I said, you know what, let me still keep this concept. But talk about update it. Like talk about some of my more recent experiences, like being in corporate America now. I wasn't working, in corporate America when I first came up with that concept.
Right.
Talking about that and even like right now, brand new concepts like approaching fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? That and
Congratulations, by the way.
Appreciate you. Thank you. And so that's a got a round of applause. Yeah. The round of applause real quick.
Make sure it's the right one. Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
No, bro, because there's one that'd be like, that's cap, and we don't want that coming out.
Nah, man, but yeah. So I'm happy to say that I'm pretty much 95% of the way done.
Hey, all right.
So right now we're in the I got like a song and a half
All right.
to record. And then after that, it's just the mastering process. And then after that, we gonna put it right out, and should definitely be out before the summer is over.
Right.
I want to have it complete before this month is over. That's my personal goal, and have it out. And and I've been and seeing like my guys, like seeing Mo, seeing Proetic, seeing Kid Allik, and seeing them drop their albums, and seeing how consistent they've been over the years. I kind of feel like I've been the one that's been slacking on it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to take the reins on it, get it out, and then I feel like once I get my first project out, it's going to be easier for me to really kind of get the reins going on doing follow-up projects.
Yeah, because now you got the wheels moving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The wheels grease, like it's a little bit easier. Somebody was saying like once you're able to get over that first hump, it'll be a little bit simpler getting to like some of your next, your next material.
Well, absolutely. It's just a matter of putting it out there, and then it's easier. Like you said, it's just as soon as it's out, you're good, and now you feel like the whole weight's been lifted off your shoulders.
Yep.
Of that debut album and shit.
For real.
Yeah, man. I was like that too with Kick It Snare. I was like nervous to get it out, and then I finally said, you know what, fuck it. You just put it out, and then everything felt easier. Yeah. Everything else I put out, because it's like, you know what, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, it's cool. It's already out there. Because once it's out, I realized you can't do anything else about it. You can't go back in and re-record it. Yeah. It is what it is. The people are gonna feel how they feel, and you just gotta keep being about your wits and just live your life.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's what happens before. It's the feeling you have before you release it. Damn, are they gonna like this? Damn, is it ready? But once you put it out, whatever.
Yeah. It's whatever.
Whatever.
And
you like it, cool.
You'll realize you could do that for years, bro. And I know it's artists that is doing that and just don't, bro. We gotta put
they hesitate.
Out.
Yeah.
People need it, bro.
Yes.
And that's what I realized. Like, oh,
You need your shit.
There's need my mute. This person could have used this, or or the fact that they got it from something,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know, it's funny. Like you think like, okay, yeah, let me develop this for so long, but you have no idea what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have no idea what it's gonna be like when it's out there, because if it's the first thing you're putting out, you don't know how they're gonna receive it.
Yeah.
So once they receive it and they're fucking with it and they're being like, okay, this is a project, this is a body of work. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see how they did, and you'll have the
you got reference.
You have not only the reference, but you'll have each data point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very true.
And to see like, okay, they're fucking with this one more than that one. Yeah. And I had a feeling they was gonna fuck with this. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of confirms some of the things. You know what I'm saying? And then like motherfuckers, they'll they'll run into them on the street and they'll tell you things that you were thinking while you was in the studio. Like, oh yeah, if you would have just made this track a little bit longer. That's my biggest what you call it?
Critique?
My biggest critique. Yeah. People be like, yo, man, your track is a minute 25 seconds long, bro.
That's the critique I be giving a couple artists nowadays too.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
yo, it's
what
just
the
a
hell
little
is
too
going
short.
on?
I could have used another verse on that. Like
That's
I
a
tell
fact.
people that, and I think that goes into the whole Trapspiration genre. I think a lot of those songs just meant to be shorter for whatever reason. Like,
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joelle the Queen, because
Yeah,
she came
for
with that.
real.
She came with that term,
Oh, yeah?
Trapspiration.
Trapspiration.
That's
this
Jewel.
might be the title of this episode.
Shout out to her,
Joelle
man.
the Queen.
I think it has to be at this point. But one other thing too, what I've noticed is it's very important for all of us as artists in this little community that we have to keep releasing music, because you're inspiring people that, like, one, didn't know how to say what you said and they wanted to say it. Two, niggas that think they better than you, now it kind of pushes them to make doper music.
Yep.
That's a fact.
So I think that's another thing too,
That's a
because
fact.
motherfuckers will look
Kid
at
Pro
you.
shit.
Yeah, they hear me, they hear my shit, and they're like, "Yo, I didn't know I could do that," and like, "I'm gonna do better than this nigga." And then you hear better shit from them, so you're kind of giving them like indirect motivation.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm gonna step my game up now.
Yeah.
So I think it's imperative for everybody in this community to just keep putting out music and keep getting better and keep sharpening everybody else's sword at the same time. Because when I heard his album, I know I had to get my shit up for the next one. So I'm gonna hear yours, and then I hear y'all, and I'm like, I gotta get my shit up for the next one.
Yo, dude,
and that's how it goes.
Hearing Kid Pro just as an individual, as an MC, it was a linchpin moment in my rap career. I was like, oh nah, dudes are still doing it.
There's other ones. I'm like,
Dudes are still
Other
doing
people
it.
that's still rapping at this,
Yeah, like
at this
motherfuckers is
caliber.
Yeah, niggas is still writing.
Absolutely.
I'm like, oh, all
absolutely.
right, I can't slack. No, like
At all.
Like there are
you
niggas
know,
that are not chilling. Same as me, still mad.
Yeah, no, of course.
Gotta get it out. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I've been, you know, and I'll be honest, man. That's why I'm so excited about, you know, finally seeing the finish line with this album. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been talking about it for so long, but I didn't see the finish line. I just kind of knew there was still some stuff I wanted to do, still some still some concepts I wanted to discuss and all of that. But I wasn't really too sure who I was gonna use, what beat I was gonna, you know. So everything was still kind of up in the air. Now seeing everything really come, you know, to the forefront, I'm like, all right, now I know exactly how this is gonna sound. I know exactly where I'm content with it. I learned, like I was speaking to my boy, shout out to my guy P Dot, man. He taught me. He was saying like, yo, man, you sound really overcritical, and which we are as artists. We're overcritical of our music. But put your fan hat on too. Like when you listen to your music,
for sure.
like be a fan of what you do too, because like you spend a lot of time on this. So sit back, you know, vibe on it. Don't be too overcritical, because the more critical you are, like bro, you never gonna put it out.
Yeah, because at some point, and I learned that with Kid Nova, at some point it's like, all right, it just has to go. It just has to go.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with kind of exploring everything, because you can always just save it for something else.
That's true.
For the next, there's another project where we're just like, okay, this can go for this one or for that one. So it's, if you have everything laid out on the table, you can always just, like a concept, a feature, a verse, a bar, anything. You can always just like, you know what, I'm going to save it for something else. This is what I want to do. Like, just be in the moment. And I think that ties to what P Dot was saying, like, you know, listen to it as your own fan. Yep. Because you can be in that moment and be like, you know what, this works for right now. That can wait. So,
yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. My bad. I'm sorry. I was pointing at him because I had gave him a beat in like 2016 or some shit like that. It was the beat for Told Them All, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's kind of like, you know, it didn't end up on his first joint, his first project, but it ended up on this one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, those ideas, you know, even though they don't hit at that moment, give them time to develop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, just respect them enough to be like, okay, you know, even though it's not what it is. And something else I learned also from being in a creative writing class when I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? Your first draft has to be completely different from your final draft. You need
I
to be
agree
able
with
to
that.
put your first draft up against your final draft. It needs to look like two completely different bodies of work.
Yeah.
That means you develop the idea.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm saying.
It's a good point.
It's still a draft. It's not a final yet.
Right.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah, that's true.
And the one thing I've told other people too is you got to look at back, and this is calling back to Nas thing. I'm pretty sure Nas didn't see Illmatic as perfect or as a classic.
Of course.
He probably thought there was some stuff that he wasn't ready for, some stuff he could have gone back and fixed.
Yeah, of
but
course.
he put it out to the world, and 20, however many fucking years later, it's regarded as a classic, and he's resenting it.
Yeah.
But this goes to show you that there's probably something on there that's probably classic already, but you're just overthinking it. And I get it, 'cause that's part of the concept you're going with.
Absolutely.
But it's probably already there.
Absolutely.
And you just can't dwell on that feeling. You got to just put it out, because you're going to inspire so many people once it's out, just like they all have.
That's a fact. Man.
Yeah.
That's a
So,
fact.
I mean, the sooner you do that, I mean, I feel like you're already ready. If you got to do one more song, cool, do it. We're not here to critique or judge anyway. You do what you feel is right, and you put it out when it's right. No, but your
Shinobi
fans
know me.
and
Shinobi
your
know me
admirers,
too.
supporters want to hear it, obviously.
No,
But-
of course, man. And of course, but I think just, you know, this even on my way over here, I was just playing like a lot of the songs that were done, like about 7 or 8 songs, and I was like, I'm pleased with what I've completed so far, and I couldn't say that a couple months prior. So like that's why I knew, I'm like, okay, you know what?
You're in a good place right now.
Yeah, I'm in a good place, like to where I know it. I know it. I kind of fell back on the overthinking process, and I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be. I feel comfortable with it, so I'm gonna put it out, and then, you know, everything is gonna be in everyone else's hands. You know what I'm saying? So
It do feel. I mean, y'all can attest to it. It feel good to put out an album that you know people are really like rocking with. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I put out a project in 2015 called Middle Ground. It was like a mixtape, and we got you know, a nice little warm response and all that. This was like a way different. Like, yo, my man IT. He called. I was getting like phone calls. It was different than like emojis. Like, I was getting calls. Like, my man,
FaceTimes.
my man called me, and he said he fell back off music a little bit while he was out in LA. And he said, my album inspired him to just jump back on it again. He said, bro, I'm back on it heavy. And then he just threw me a record that we about to shoot a video for next week.
And that's the shit that makes you keep
You know what I'm
going.
saying? And I was just like, I got off the phone and I was like, yo, I'll never stop this.
Yeah.
I never got the like I always got compliments, but when it gets to a point of inspiration, it's
that's
way
a whole different
different.
level. It turns into responsibility.
Kind of
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Yo,
Perfect name. That's
exactly.
perfect.
wow.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
Very well
crazy,
said.
Yeah.
Turns into responsibility, man. That's what it's all about,
Exactly.
man. We here to inspire as MCs, man.
I think Purple of Music is to heal, to inspire, and to entertain. In my personal opinion, I
Boom.
feel like
See?
those three things. Like if you can do those three things effectively with music, that means we have to do it.
Yeah.
That means you just making the world a better place.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
That's a perfect segue into the last topic, man, with Allik.
Yeah.
Speaking of everything, with those three things you're trying to push with real music, we were talking about a documentary series that you wanted to try to make happen.
Yes.
So fill me in on that.
All right. So basically, when we were starting our musical journey and when we were going hard, like every day, we started a series called the Glo Up. So it was basically going to be like a vlog, and I'm like, let's do this YouTube thing. Record every day, we edit the videos, put them up. So that process got like tedious. I didn't, I just jumped in. I didn't think about it. I was just like, we got a camera, we could do it.
Right.
I know our life is exciting enough that people would, watch.
Right.
So, well, we did it. We did that. We mixed them with lives too. Like we would go live.
Yeah.
And so people would just we would get a decent amount of people on lives, like just midday, and people were coming to my grandmother's basement. Like we had like a freaking tiny room. And people would come 6 a.m, bro.
Oh,
fucking working. We are working
Okay,
in that
okay.
fucking bitch. Like we were making music. So and I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. It was crazy to me. Like I'm like, this is literally this is nuts. Like, but we gotta record it. And so now we've gotten to the place where we've secured a location, and we know more artists, and it's like we can document that better. And now I know what I need. Basically, all right, you can't take this if I have the cameras. I got to make sure I have the cameras.
Right.
I make sure I'm running it. Make sure I own it. They can't take this from us. So that once it goes live, it can't be, it can't go back, basically.
Right, of course.
So that's basically been the holdback for it, is just gathering materials, resources, making sure everything's going to be allocated right. But the next move is going to be like on a Netflix level, like on a distribution level, basically.
We
don't want to do. I don't want to do YouTube anymore. Not saying that's not it's a great market. It's a thing, but I want it to be like, I want it to be like, yo, you came here, bro, and you like this, and I don't know. I want it to be more like TV station mode,
Yeah.
Have you thought of Sundance? The Sundance shit?
I never heard of it.
Film festival.
I know Sundance. I know Sundance and the film festival. Do they have like a channel, you saying?
No, like if you submit it sometimes. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, when you submit something like a docuseries, or you make it into like a movie, and then you can afterwards, but if it gets picked up. But I heard a lot of like indie films.
Mm-hmm.
Their chance to getting picked up by a distributor like Netflix, it's easier through the festival.
Through the festivals, yeah.
I just don't know how you submit, so you just have to look that up.
Yeah.
But I
Wow.
think it's a whole choosing process, whatever. I would keep at it. Ooh,
Hell yeah.
what?
Hell yeah.
Bro, what the hell? Oh, sorry.
Thank you for that piece of information. I'll definitely
Because I don't
follow up.
I don't know too many filmmakers, but I've seen a lot of somebody had told me, because I never really like, every now and then you'll catch something on Netflix or whatever, and you'll see Sundance or like a trailer for something, and it's like almost like a stamp of approval.
oh,
Yeah.
So I feel like that might be a way to kind of
And I know a few people that have like landed some slots on different things on Netflix and stuff like that. So it's like, I know it's possible. I know it's there. I just want to make sure that it's put in a format where they know it's worth it. Like, yo, this is worth it.
Absolutely. I mean,
this is worth it. And even if they don't feel like it's worth it, we could still be able to distribute
it can still go
it
somewhere,
can still go.
Because just based off the first half of this, or whatever you want to call the first half of this conversation, just you guys, the journey of you guys getting the studio together, dealing with artists here, and all the bullshit that comes with it, that in itself is a great fucking docuseries.
Because
Not only are you you know, you guys are making money off this. You built your own, building your own enterprise, your own business, but you're also helping people from your community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The story that Mo was telling me here when we were on break about the kid, the Spanish story about the $20 bill.
Oh, yeah.
That could be turned into a huge life lesson.
Yeah.
And that could be a story in itself throughout the doc.
Yeah.
And it just shows, you know, how got to play by the rules.
Yeah.
And then you give your chances to other kids here that are definitely well deserved of it, and just show their journey and their, you know, their rising out here in the town and going somewhere and doing shit with that.
Exactly.
That could all turn into something here, and it could be really great for you.
And to the point that I wanted to be like, basically how we have a Jersey togetherness. There's an unspoken thing here, man. Like there's a lot of art here. This is a artisan place. Like this is there's a lot of I didn't even know we made silk, bro. Patterson was the first freaking silk factory or something like that. And I'm like, us? Like I didn't even know. Like Jersey
City,
had
right?
a little bit of everything though. Like we have we have a little bit of everything, and that's what gives us that flavor and those creative minds. We have people. Think about somebody who knows about silk, you know what I mean, and the shit they think
It's crazy,
about.
yeah.
And you know what I mean, the shit they would have wrote about, you know, like, so it's just the poetry is here, the vibe is here. It's just the show would basically bring it in, like, oh shit, I didn't know Kid Allik knew Kid Pro. I didn't know. Oh shit, you feel me? I didn't know about Check It. You know what I mean? They were on. You know what I mean? And then they start connecting dots. But visual. We're in a very visual time.
Yeah.
So it's like once you see it, and we're in a very binge kind of time. Even if you binge it, I hope that you would get something positive. You get what I mean? Out of the experience.
Right.
You know.
I mean, just seeing y'all or showing y'all, if you guys had like footage of you with the other artists and just giving them pointers, especially young kids, like you said, you guys take kids that are 16, 17 here.
13.
Like 13, coming on Ubers on their own and shit. Like just that, showcasing that, I think would really like do well.
Yeah.
I think I guess it's all in how it's done, how it's edited, how it's promoted, because that's also a big piece.
Exactly,
of
big
this
piece.
whole thing too.
Big piece is, and that's the peripherals. That's the time really, and I just don't want it to be too much time. So now I'm really like, you know what, let's get them on, get the cameras rolling.
Right.
So
it's something that's going to be happening soon.
Yeah,
like,
soon,
okay.
Soon, very
that's
soon.
what it is. Did you have like a name for it? Do you have like any
Oh
other?
yeah, it's called the Glo Up TV.
Just the Glo Up TV. Okay,
yeah.
bet.
And you could go up if you want, like just for your own entertainment, for
we have a
reference.
couple up there
Yeah,
so
you
far.
could go to YouTube and go to the Glo Up TV, all one word, and you'll just see like the basement and like the, you know, the general idea of what it's gonna somewhat be like. But
Okay.
that was trash. It was kind of trash camera skills. And we
No,
had,
hey,
like,
but
a
it's the
tab.
beginnings.
It was good. It was very entertaining though.
But it was
Humble
entertaining,
beginnings.
I liked how it came out.
Yeah.
Because I used to like watch a lot of vlogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, we used to watch
That's
a
what
lot
we
of
got, a
vlogs.
lot
That's
of
how
our-
we start. That's kind of
We
it
got
added to the
education
like,
for it.
you know, the basically the DIY kind of time that we're in.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we watched a lot of people come from zero too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we were like, you know, and that same inspiration, it came through vlogs too, like seeing people every day, like this motherfucker is, oh shit, this is what he's doing today, and this is the next step to that, and you know,
No, people love seeing that.
you know, it's just beautiful. So you know, since we're serious with it, we do it every day. Let's do it too, like you know,
That's what it
in
is,
our
man.
way, and let's try to do it on a level where it's like, we got the whole Jersey. We're worth more. That's how I feel like. Yo, we got so many. How many? You know what I mean? You about to get Kid Pro. You about to get.
Bro, it's a lot of stuff.
You know what I
man.
mean? What you mean?
We talked about that before
What
too.
you-
Jersey is just so diverse in
mean,
styles.
man?
Like we got the Jersey club music.
Yeah.
We still got the
Yeah.
boom
We got-
bap heads.
Exactly.
We got the Trapspirations.
Exactly. It's a lot of.
You know what I mean? It's a
House
lot.
music, all
It's a lot of scenes out here
It's
too.
a lot.
Yeah.
The R&B singers in itself, man.
There's
Shit.
a lot.
There's a
There's
lot,
a
man.
lot going on.
So getting into that, I mean, thank you for that, by the way. So I think it's about
problem.
that time right now. We get into our favorite segment, your favorite segment, my favorite segment, Kid Allik's favorite segment,
Yeah.
Mo's favorite segment, Ola's favorite segment,
Come on now.
It's all our
K
favorites.
Proetic's favorite segment.
I mean, we here.
Everybody, what is it? Oh, you messed up the timing here.
It's all good. Just play the whole beautiful
Sade, I'm
story.
gonna shoot you.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
That's right, man. It's America's favorite segment. It's called
sir.
If You Don't Know, where we give y'all a chance to listen to some artists inside and outside New Jersey that you may not know about, but we feel you should know about. And because we have 4 guests with us today, we're going to have 4 If You Don't Know tracks, as well as Sade and I's. So, who wants to go first? Does it matter? Do you have them lined up?
I haven't lined up, but anybody can go first.
Okay, let's go with Olis. He's right here. So,
So
Yeah, just give a quick little introduction.
Yeah, so I actually met I met this dude. I did a show this platform. This was probably back in 2016, and it was a group of women called Empowering Queens, and they just invited a few people to come over. It was back
Empowerment Queens.
Empowering Queens.
Oh, Empowering Queens.
Yeah, so I mean, I liked it. It was a real positive event, and they had a group of like they had spoken word artists, rappers, singers come out. It was at a bar on Halsey Street in Newark called 27 Mix. I remember, and I went there, performed, did my thing, and I met this guy from Trenton, and he came up there and performed. I'm like, oh, he's pretty cool, and he gave me his CD, and I was riding to work the next day, and I played his CD. I'm like, yo. I'll be honest. Like I was like, oh, let's see how it is. Like I've gotten mashed rappers before.
Of course.
I don't know how it's gonna be.
Might be a first beat, might not.
Yeah. His name was Yatta, and I heard and then I was bumping it. I'm like, yo, this dude can actually really rap. And then I came across this track on there called Real Talk that he had on there. I said, yo, this song is fire. And I reached out to him. I said, yo, bro, I know we just met and all that, but this song is hard. And then he hit me back. He heard some of our music. Yo, bro, he said, bro, nigga, your shit is crazy. And we started linking up, and then it's been solid ever since. But yeah, this is a track. It's called Real Talk. It's literally been in rotation for me.
Hey, real quick, I remember I was out in New York, and this dude came up to me. He was so nice. He was a cool guy. Like, yo, what's up? One of my brother, how you doing? Yo, man, I'm an artist and all that stuff, man. I just want to give you my CD, all that stuff. I'm like, I got you, my brother. I went home. Not every last one of them songs was garbage. I was like, "Damn, you were such a nice guy."
Yeah, you run that risk sometimes.
Toss.
Yeah.
I mean, one nigga, I was on the bus. He gave me the album. He was like, "F with it." That was it though. That was the presentation.
Yeah.
Played it. Garbage. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Tossed it. I'm like, yo, man. I mean, those are two different joints.
So this was
presentation was very different for both, but like. What did it for me was like, yo, man, the music didn't.
He gave me a CD. He didn't even give it to me like he knew it was high. He was like, yo, bro, check this out, man. I hope you like. He was super humble about it. I'm like, I'll check it out.
It's kind of how you have to be.
Yeah. And then it ended up being pretty fire. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm like, all right, I'll rock with this guy. And the song ended up being pretty much in constant rotation for me, like gym track and driving track. I'm like, yo, man, it's solid.
That's Yatta, Real Talk. So let's get into that.
Yeah.
Play it a minute.
Yo, classmates, listen up for the brief lecture. Make juice from the fruits of your labor, the sweet nectar. Pressure in my time, never meaning to keep sweater. But the stage keeps a record, I'm signing in each ledger. Surrounded by these muggers, they posing as cheap heifers. Witty as the fox is a legend, my speech clever. 9 tails, why the overdose has your mind frail? All the questions answered by the hour, nigga time tells. I just find wells and throw my 2 cents into the dark abyss. You barely give a buzz, homies, the arbor miss. Can you harbor this? I'm like the archer's wrist. The way I pull the string of words, release the author is sharp as box cutters. Remember Blockbuster? I went there often as a kid, but shit, I stopped, brother. They done closed down. Y'all done overshot and started selling mixtapes. Don't ever hold this real talk. None of that bullshit for record spins. Kicking down the goddamn door if you don't let us in. Real talk. That shit that you need just for your consciousness. Yatta and Curzon, the homie is conscious. It's real talk. Getting that vibe, fulfill your destiny. Listen up, pay close attention. Here's the rest. It's real talk. Nothing but truth is what I'm feeding you. Plating up my thoughts for the ones that got bulimia.
Y'all have now stepped into the ring of death in a lions match. Yatta and Curzon, a couple conscious cats. Embedding our name on this world like we made a sponsors ad. The torch lit, wait for those 2 hits, now it's time to pass. I'm making music, give a fuck if I'm profiting, cause the game needed life. We all takes of its oxygen, holding our fort strong, hold it down for our providence. Many introduce a story, we just entering dominance. I've been rhyming since I came out of the uterus, nigga. I'm going hard like if I had something to prove in this, nigga. I am the truest, since results on Maury, your flow is jubilant. I'm lyrically aiming targets and shooting it. I'm trigger ball happy, sawed off verse with 2 pulls in it. They talk a lot of game, how they ain't saying, but they ain't doing shit. They running mouth as if they know about the laws and rules and shit. So try and walk my path if you really think the shoes can fit.
I said it's real talk.
Oh man,
That's crazy.
I'm like, yo,
Niggas
niggas is rapping out here. I ain't gonna lie. That's the first time I felt like, yo, I ain't so we still doing this.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
That was Real Talk by Yatta featuring Curzon.
Yeah.
Curzon, yeah, very fucking dope.
2016 as well.
2016, that's a good year.
Right.
I fuck with that. All right,
I rock with that record.
who's next? So
Very Griselda.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go next. Yo, this track, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I only bumped this track once, but I thought it was so fire. It's my man IT. I live out in Cali, be from Jersey. That was one of my homies from college, and we've just been tight, doing records ever since. But he dropped the album last year called Survival Kit. That's which is really about like mental health.
Yeah.
And he had a track called Wrinkle in Time, and I was just walking through Marysburg Park like, hey yo, I just stopped it like, yo, this thing is incredible. I was like, his mind towards making songs is just anyway. I'll go ahead and play that record.
I think it's Wrinkle.
Is it Wrinkle?
Yeah, Wrinkle in Time.
Is it actually Wrinkle?
No, it's Wrinkle. He has it as Wrinkle on YouTube, but Spotify there's no R. I think it's a typo.
It's a typo.
Yeah, I seen Wrinkle.
Yeah,
in Spotify.
Winkle,
I'm thinking that's just his. That's how he's getting down with it.
Yeah.
Oh, no funny shit.
It's Wrinkle on YouTube, but I think it's a distro.
I bet.
Apple too is Wrinkle.
Yeah, because I've heard Wrinkle in Time.
No, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, all right, Wrinkle in Time. Let's get that right.
Wrinkle in Time by IT Official.
I just feel like there's something else out there.
I was like, what the fuck is a Winkle?
I thought he was on some shit. Yeah,
Some new shit.
Makes me feel like I'm not alone.
Like that cover.
It's a dark world, and I need light, cause I'm held down by the stage fright, getting worn down from the late nights. I can still glow, but can it stay bright? Gotta doubt less, cause I need more. Try and leave Earth on a detour, want bend time, got speed warp, want go where I never been before. All my problems is man-made, ice in my veins, I can stay in pain. Cool as the breeze off a fan blade, except the things that I can't change. I think I'm about to tesseract. Time is money, I'm a tesseract. I'm wrinkling time, then I stretch it back. When the portal opens, slipping through the crack. But the light from within, I ain't used to that. I never knew what to do with that. I thought I was an insomniac, hypocrite, a hypochondriac. Now the room's spinning like a laundromat, and my roof. And I done lost my cap, got a new vision. I've been trying to ask for my true mission, but it's hard to tap. Sometimes the world spin too fast for me. Father time, please spin the shit back for me. Seems like they looking in the past for me, when the ones I let in turn their back to me. If you ain't bringing in the cash, you'll be a victim of casualty. That's at rapid speed, that ain't happening to Travis need. And I be goddamn if that's IT. Why? All my life I've been controlled by it. Not good enough, I was told by it. All my glow put on hold by it. Stole my soul, never sold my shit. Dark abyss, blindfolded lids, with the pain and the fear shift the mold I live. How can y'all see the gold I dig? Something gotta give. Facing my demons, embracing my genius. I'm patiently dreaming of outer space. The pace that I'm keeping, I'm racing, I'm speeding. Done waiting for reasons for being great. I break the addiction, I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the door of the cage I inhabit. I'm lit like a diamond, 24 carats. My mission to go everywhere on the app. Maneuvering the madness. I break apart in the particles and I'm moving the masses. Feel like Molly in my molecules and the stars and the planets. Like out on the canvas. Let's aim for the moon. The moon is falling the planets.
Very dope.
That was
very dope.
That was
my boy
IT Official with
that
Wrinkle
shit was
Time.
speeding
Man.
up the whole time.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Snapped on that, bro.
That's snapping. I like that.
It
And on
was
top of that,
crazy.
I like the whole the visualizer on YouTube. The picture kept changing and kept.
Oh, get out of here! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, crazier. That was just
that's
down to
lit.
itself. Like if I was high as fuck, that would have been crazy. You know what I mean? But still dope. That's what's up, man. And I haven't gotten a chance to see IT live, but he's very dope from what I've heard.
Yeah,
dope brother, man.
IT's very dope, man.
I seen him live one time and he had like some dancers behind him.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, in Montclair. Was it Montclair?
It was the Zulu bar. It was right in West Orange.
West Orange, yeah. West Orange, yeah.
That's crazy.
He's solid.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to IT. All right, Kid Allik next. What you got for us, bro?
All right, so this one is going. It's not a rap. I didn't know.
That's all right. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. It could be comedy. It could be spoken word. It don't matter.
No. But we met this queen out in Philly when we did a couple performances out there, and they showed a lot of support. And I just love her style. She recently dropped an album, and this song was on there. It's called I Am Me.
What's her name? The artist?
Seraiah Nicole.
Seraiah Nicole.
Yeah, Seraiah Nicole.
That does sound familiar. Yeah. Oh, it's the official music video too? Dope.
I am me. You are you. Black power. We are black. Beautiful. I am me. You are you. We are black. Stay beautiful.
I'm not the ordinary girl. I brought style's not on fleek. I'm not the curviest girl, I'm quite petite. I said quite, not quiet. Don't hold my tongue to speak between bumptious and cat silver lining in my mouth. I'm quick to say cheese and riot then unleash like a fro after transitioning days. I never had a perm straight. Ends had to go straying like a fro. I am bold, I will remain and I just crave to be myself. Cause I'm worth more than gold. Now why extinguish thyself when you withhold a first class essence for your presence is a blessing. Know that negative mentality gotta get to stepping. It gotta get to stepping. So stump it, squish it. It's an bug. Take a glass of positivity. It's time to chug and ride the train. Be the conductor, lead the way. Be the learner and the instructor.
That's dope, man.
Dog, yeah.
Seraiah Nicole. That's
S-E-R. She's crazy on the track.
Yeah, S-E-R-A-I-A-H, and then Nicole, N-I-C-O-L-E. Yeah. If y'all want to check her out.
Follow her, man. She does a lot
Absolutely,
of shows,
man. The video was dope, too. I fuck with that. That's what's up, man. All right. Give us a little bit of different flavor out here.
Right, yeah.
All right, so we're going to close it out with Mo for real music. If you don't know, what you got for us, bro?
So, yeah, this is my boy Joey Shinobi. If niggas don't know, I'm fake from Pennsylvania. From the Poconos, I spent a lot of time out there in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And this is where I developed my sound a lot. This is where I found out about MF Doom. This is where I found out about Childish Gambino. This is where I found out about Flying Lotus. This is where I molded myself. You know, Tyler the Creator, like all of this stuff. This is where I found myself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys were finding themselves too. Not shit to do in Stroudsburg. So niggas was so nice at rap. Like niggas was like everybody that went to my high school was fire at some shit. At one thing. Yeah, a nigga from my high school is playing on the LA Rams right now. Like that's what's up. This is how bored we was. The nigga got so good at football, he's like one of the top niggas right now. So yeah, this is an example of a cat from my high school right now, who's doing crazy things. His name is Joey Shinobi, and I'm not too sure if he's still in the hip hop scene, but this is one of the tracks that really inspired me to stay doing what I was doing. Yeah.
And what's the song called?
The song is called
Simple Shade.
Yeah, Shade.
Oh, Shade.
I know it as Shade because just the hook is really like centered around the shade theme.
Yeah. So many times I could do you wrong and tell you a lie. By talking to bitches that you and me both know ain't worth the time. I think it's time to put those feelings to the side. Cause we've been fighting all night, yeah. So many times you skated on me, trying to catch me in some lies, throwing shade on me. Girl, I got you Gucci Seppies in that Louis V, yeah. Everything you need, yeah. So many times you skated on me, trying to catch me in some lies, throwing shade on me. Girl, I got you Gucci Seppies in that Louis V, yeah. Everything you need, yeah. Guess we two different people, trying to meet in the middle. Stressing about the ways to work it out when that shit is so simple. The simple things in life is love, unless we overcomplicate it by the things around us and by losing sight of trust. Yo, when I wake up, damn, girl, you all on my phone. Damn it, girl, leave it alone. You ain't finding no hoes. It's crazy how you always down me, thinking I'm doing you wrong. Then we at the top of our lungs, and that's no fun to me. So many times you skated on me, trying to catch me in some lies, throwing shade on me. Girl, I got you Gucci Seppies in that Louis V, yeah. Everything you need, yeah. So many times you skated on me, trying to catch me in some.
Yes.
All right, man, that was Joey Shinobi with Shade.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. All right, I see where the
These
style
are the
comes
type
from.
of shits like, yo, I had like linchpin points in my life. Like he was another linchpin point in my life. Like he was like, yo, man, you ever heard of Jay Dilla? I'm like, never heard of this guy.
Oh, he put you on Dilla?
Yeah, he put me on Dilla.
Ah, okay.
Oh, that's strong.
Yeah,
That's strong.
That's a big put. That's a huge put.
That's
strong right there.
Put me right on Dilla. I'm like, yeah, no, never heard of Dilla. He was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Listen to this. I'm like, oh shit, my life. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is one of those guys, like, you know what I'm saying? K-Pro's another
legendary
pin, point in my life.
Appreciate
like,
you, bro.
It's just points like that in your life where you're like, oh no, step it up. Like, yeah, no, I'm on some bullshit. So yeah.
Hey man, that's
it's
what's up.
just one of those guys. I just like to throw him some, cause his music is so dope. Having 2,000 plays is like a crime almost for that song. Amazing. Like that song could be on the radio today. Like if you guys heard it all, you know what I'm saying. That shit could be on the radio right now.
Absolutely could.
That's a fact.
No, I peeped that he dropped that in 2018, and that was, I think, the last. Damn, I should have kept it open. Nah, he had another He had a few other singles after that, but for as far as 2020, he was featured on something. But Joey, you need to come back.
Yeah, Joey Shinobi.
Shout out to Joey Shinobi, man. We need more of that
Shinobi,
stuff.
bro. Yes, man.
That's what's up.
So you got the pressure, dog. You know what I'm saying?
You already know, man. And we'll be ready to play you again once you're back. Hell yeah, man. You already know.
Bro.
All right, so I guess we're going on to my pick. So with this pick, artist's name is Jorge Rivera. I know him basically because I'm doing a film class right now, and he's one of the other people with me. Shout out to Avid Feature. Shout out to Kim Chemistry, doing big things out there. And I'm filming a movie with this dude. He wrote, basically came up with the concept of the movie that we're filming. And I didn't know he had an amazing, amazing voice. So once I heard this song, a single he released, it's more like the gospel wave, I was just blown away because you see him, and you see him and you wouldn't know it, but the guy's got an amazing voice. So I'm going to just let the song do the talking. It's called Don't Let Me Go by Jorge Rivera. Lyrical Fix, smooth. Power 6.5. WBLS. Kiss FM. Kiss FM.
When we're sitting and watching the stars, I can only imagine how far they are. Your love is like a river that never stops flowing. And I know that when I have you by my side, the stars fill the sky. 'Cause you are my sun, you are my light, you are my moon, the star that shines so bright. Oh, don't let me go. Please don't let me go. I'll hold your hand and I'll never let you go. Squeeze you tight so I can have you close. Just know that I love you, and I will always be by your side till the sun stops shining and the stars don't fill the sky. But as long as I have you, I know everything's alright. Oh, don't let me go.
I see it. I see you vibing.
Praise dancing.
Yeah, that's right. Bring out that spirit in you.
My wife would love this song.
See what I mean? Yeah, that was my man.
My wife would love that song.
Yo, can I say something about that song?
Bro, that's it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Everybody
I'm a
was
sucker
so into it. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, but I was gonna say I'm a sucker for piano ballads. Like,
Oh,
I always love those.
For sure. Or you have
that's why I had to do my version of that on Beautiful and Stupid, but I had to rap it. Like,
No, but whenever you hit whenever like you go, you know, like at church or like homegoings and shit, and the piano hits and the singing, just the goosebumps, and I can tell like it was a ballad, so he didn't like go crazy, but you can tell like he can kill it. Like
Oh,
you
yeah,
can,
yeah.
you
And-
can give
and,
a room
yo,
a
we
room
need
full
to
of people.
either
That was
respond.
amazing.
Or
That
we
shit
need
was
some
fire.
sound bites from that man, bro.
Yeah,
For
like
real.
that dude is
Cause
older,
that is
Yeah, man.
That dude is good.
That's my man. That's my man Jorge Rivera with "Don't Let Me Go."
Shout out to Jorge Rivera.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Jorge
man,
Rivera,
doing big things. About to film this movie with them. Much love to you, George.
Wow.
All right, Sade, who you got rounding us out?
Sade, let's see what's good.
All right. No, now there's so much pressure.
Yeah, like for real.
Nah, he has an amazing
That's like
voice.
some Giveon shit, bro.
Yeah,
That was
like a lit, not almost the same register, but not like close enough.
Close, yeah, it's
Close
close to
enough
it,
though.
I can see him like scoring. What's that? Fast Dying, like just closing out the movie with a down. That's like
Yeah.
that was neat.
Yeah, I can see
like,
that, yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
All right.
That's a fact.
So my pick for if you don't know, you gotta is Mix Williams. He used to go by Rapper Mix, but now he changed his name to Mix Williams. It was a freestyle. It's not a freestyle, but it's a song that he had dropped, and the video. I don't remember what project this is from, unless it's a single.
Rapper
Y'all
Mix.
definitely seen him. That Rapper Mix.
Rapper
That
Mix.
Rapper Mix. Yeah, y'all definitely seen him.
I probably did.
That's it right there.
Yeah, that's the one I'm about to play right now.
Yeah.
That same one.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely
let me get into it. It's the official video for Something I Need.
Hey, I'ma speak to you directly, without the smoke and mirrors, to ensure you truly get me. Way back when you met me, I was still finding out who I was. The last thing that I expected was for us to fall in love, but I got no regrets. And I can't wait till we accomplish all the goals that we set. You're independent, and I know that you don't need me, but it breaks my heart when I say I'm sorry, you won't believe me. I thought I knew you front and back, there's so much more to you. I'm so inspired by your intestinal fortitude. You're so driven to see the vision you want for your life unfold. I just wanna be holding your hand as we grow old. Look, I know I fuck up all the time, but I'm working on stopping swerving. I'm trying to stabilize. I'm asking if you would stay for the ride. You love when I take you for drives, one hand on the wheel and one hand on your thigh. I know it isn't perfect. We've been strong for years. Something's working. I do anything to see you smile, even if it makes a fool of me. I know you're not material, don't need no bags of jewelry, but anything you want, you work towards it. You teach me every day, and you never charge me for it. I'm so grateful that I found you when I needed you most. I'd be lost without you, so I'm keeping you close. Hey. I know you scared about my future, and honestly, so am I. Feel like I'm driving blind and can't find which road is mine. I put in overtime at a job that I hate, because the way your life moves, I can't keep up with your pace. Got me on my toes to get to your potential. I remember 2013 when shit was way more simple. We just talk in the car until the sun went down, and now look at us all grown up. I'm so damn proud of what we turned out to be. We was meant to be practically. Who would've thought I'd find a one when I was only like 17? Shit, never me.
No, he's good. Mix Williams, yeah.
Used to go by that Rapper Mix.
Yeah.
Mix
I don't know.
Williams underscore.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Mix Williams underscore on IG.
Yeah, I'll do that right the fuck now.
Check him out.
That'll always be my favorite type of rap.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he has different ranges too.
He's from.
He's just always kills it every time.
Even his bio is just I just be rapping. That's it.
I love that.
So.
I fucking hate making my bio. Oh my god.
It's tough. Yeah.
I know Twitter. I think I just be doing shit.
I just be doing shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's a goddamn content creator or this and that, and I'm just like, yeah, you just do shit. Yeah. We just creatives. Yeah.
How many times have I introduced myself to the fucking world?
For real, right? Now I gotta do it again for TikTok. I gotta do it again for
you gotta be shitting me,
every
bro.
other goddamn
I'm that dude.
social media platform.
Yeah,
I'm just that guy. Look, man, we just played y'all 6 songs from unsigned artists that we feel that you should get to know. And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you fucking know.
You don't know, now you know, nigga.
No, it's all right. And as always, we just need to remind y'all, because we had this idiot person talk to us months ago, we don't own the rights to any of the music that's being played. We are simply showing love. We just giving exposure. We just feel these are artists that that we feel that you should be in tune with. And if you can listen to this song, take it a step further, follow them on social media, take it another step further, buy some merch, download the album, even go see them at the show, then we know that we did our job as creatives in this creative community, man. That's what it's all about.
You heard that, Puff? Don't come after niggas.
Word,
Give it a-
facts.
you know what I'm saying?
Shit,
Just play the song real quick.
He cupped the mic to say that. You heard that, Puff? He got tough on him real quick too. Oh my God. Yo, man, episode 93. This has been quite the treat, man. I want to thank y'all again. Yeah. Any closing notes from any of y'all? If you got anything to say to anybody out there, any artists, any producers, anything
all
y'all
the
want
sucker
to
MCs. I think they fucking with me.
Talk to 'em.
Don't talk to me. Don't walk past me.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing to me.
Bet.
No, I'm just chatting right now. Nah, niggas cool. Everything is hard. Shout out to Quavo. Quavo said everything is hard. I feel him. Cause that's really how I feel. Like I know where he's coming from too, man. Everything is hard. I'm not hating on anybody, bro. Get your money, and do what you think is great. You know what I'm
On the
saying?
real, like
I'm so happy for everybody.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
wise
saying?
words.
Nah, word, man. And honestly, one thing I want to say is that I think it's dope that I'm better than everybody.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you go ahead next.
I like that. That's great. I like the way you set that up too.
Yes, bro. And we knew this.
Real humble
We
shit.
knew this
I
shit.
like that.
And you know this.
We knew this.
I'm not cocky. I'm confident. When you tell me
Yes,
I'm the
sir.
best.
It's a compliment.
Yo, man, but I mean, for me, from Mo Live, man, I could just say to give a bit of
He
advice,
better than
man.
everybody too.
Look, man. Yo, man, don't overthink this process too much when it comes to putting out anything, your debut album or anything, man. Just trust yourself, trust the music, and just do it.
do
because
it.
that's how you really find out if what you did, was really worth it or not. I learned that from this project, so I'll get out to any artists out there, man. Don't sit on songs. Trust me, it's brand new to everybody, just not you.
Yeah.
All right? Put it out there, see what the feedback is, and keep doing it, man. Keep building.
And keep improving.
And-
That's
and
it.
Understand that the purpose of music is to heal, to inspire, and to entertain. So take it very seriously. Understand you have a responsibility as an artist, so you should go about it a certain way. Have proper etiquette when dealing with people, when at showcases, at sessions, whatever you're at, whatever you're doing, take it seriously. Like Kara said, you don't want to just freestyle your career. I'll never forget that. I watched the documentary called The Art of 16 Bars, and that's how it ended.
Love that shit. I
All
love
right.
that shit.
Bro, I watched it like at
man.
least
I
60
love that
times.
shit. Got it on DVD.
What? Bruh.
Beautiful.
But you know what I'm saying? Just I feel like there's a certain way to do it. Just take it seriously and and give it everything. But also have integrity and be a good person in this. Trust me, the rewards will come. They might not be immediate, but they will come. That's like residual income in that regard.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, just be good now. You know what I'm saying the finesses, they get it right now, but then later on down the line it's gonna get dark and lonely and spooky for all of them niggas. But the people that did it right, you're gonna reap the benefits like later on. So
Amen.
just be
Amen to that.
I'm saying,
Snap that up.
have
Ali,
integrity.
you got anything for us?
Yeah, everybody just pray, bro, because it's them times that they was talking about.
Word up.
It's, people selling people killing people,
Yeah.
Watch your back, pray.
Stand the times for sure.
Watch your six, boy.
Hell yeah. I feel that.
This
All
track
right,
is
man.
coming out soon as well. Produced by me.
That's what it is.
Yeah, watch your six, boy. For real, it's really coming out. And it's about to be hard as well.
That's what it is, man.
It's
I
also
can't wait to
hilarious
find out what
that
y'all
niggas
talking
came up
about,
with
bro.
that concept, and we laughed about it a couple times ourselves. But yeah,
That's what it is.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
Six, boy.
What's that?
six boy.
All right, we'll leave it there because I don't know what that. I don't
Okay, all right. Well, I guess we can leave it at that. We'll get more explanation on that. Okay.
Oh, all right.
Oh, next time, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. Next time, we're gonna stay tuned.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's remember they these
Fair enough.
niggas- Yeah, they different. Yeah,
You got any?
Yeah.
You got any closing notes?
It's been a minute that I've been telling Kay, like, yo, I gotta meet everybody. So thank you for this, cause now, cause I mean, yeah, like
nice meeting you.
yeah, thank you. It was nice meeting y'all. It was fine. It was about time. Because I've been telling him, I'm like, either Real Music got to come to check it, or I got to see them at a show, and then the podcast happened. I'm like, all right, we need to get everybody. We need to get everybody. So this is a long time coming, and just thank you for welcoming us here. got the drinks, good conversation. This has been amazing. Thank you.
That's dope. You know, Sade was very aggressive. She was cursing me out. Making sure.
No, it got pretty rough at one
pretty
point.
Violent. She was like, yo,
a lot of slurs were thrown.
If I see two of y'all niggas next time, it's gonna be a problem.
With Sade, she's a good person. So I'm like, look, man, if you need to see,
I've been caught up in the smoke.
And I'm trying to keep it that way
because he ain't dropped yet.
Once the album come out, you're gonna feel that smoke.
That's why I'm trying. That's why I'm trying to wrap this album out, because Sade gonna hit me with a. When they say you the eyes, when they just say you the eyes on IG, like yo,
you're gonna get plenty of that.
Sure. I know. I'm like, I know that's pressure.
When you your cover, that's what I
Yeah,
words.
Like, hey, yo, nigga.
So I'm like, I'm on it. I'm on it.
That was that time. Okay.
I'm learning the artist process. I mean, I'm not really an artist, so I'm learning that process from you guys. Well, from him. So I didn't want to pressure anybody, but I've been waiting.
Little healthy pressure ain't that. Little healthy pressure ain't too bad.
You EP Kid Nova, right?
Yeah.
She do it. Yeah, you an artist.
She did that.
I see you as an artist and a curator.
It's in your heart.
That's how
it's in there. She's got an artist heart, artist mind,
You know
mentality.
what I'm saying? It's definitely in your heart.
She modest as fuck. It's all right. She ain't gonna admit it. That's all right.
What you create for artists means that you're not somebody on the outskirts just like doing something for like, okay, y'all go ahead and have fun. Like,
she was part of the creation. Yeah, I tell all the time. She was just as important as anybody else.
I know an artist when I see one, baby.
Absolutely, man. And in closing with that, what I'll say is I was in New York one time and a homeless man came up to me randomly. I got out my car and he said, "Young man, you know what's better than being blessed?" And I was like taken aback. He's like, being a blessing to somebody else. And he walked away.
Oh, shit. Yes.
God just be talking.
So, with that being said, this has been episode 93. Lyrical Fix. It's the motherfucking gang. Shout out one more time to Real Music. Rhymes equal actual life.
Yes, sir.
And as always, want to tell y'all, wash your hands, wash your face, wash your ass, and wear a mask if you want to.
God.
Peace.
Please do.
Peace and love.
Praise God. You talking facts.
Fellas, thank you so much, man. That's what fucking hot, man. That's how you fucking do it. 3 hours.